the MP5 NGRS, if you just put a mag in it, it won't fire until you rack it, which means it's very slappable. It yearns for the slap. This one yearns to be racked, and
I yearns for the rack. Rich, are you excited to go to Texas with us? Because you're definitely going. You're definitely going to get on that
Richie
plane.
bought it.
I bought my plane ticket. Yes, I did.
You're committed.
I am committed.
Did you
no,
bring
he's
up-
not.
Other Anthony.
Do you even love me?
Yeah, I do.
Some days
Would
now.
you love me if I was a Lego set? Would you love me if I was a Mega Block set?
I would not like you if you were a Mega Block.
Jamie, you're gonna have to look this one up too and fact check it. But I heard how many
now you're
people
not
in a
getting-
communist country got cancer?
Sure. But
Or
you're
acute lead poisoning.
acute lead poisoning. Yeah. Perfect.
And there's a bleep. There's a bleep. But
You're God. You must have. No wonder why it takes him 9 billion years to edit. I'm trying to call the guy. Hey man, what's going on? Like, I'm editing Anthony because that's all he does. Bleep 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 bleep.
Completely inappropriate video, but
so we finally got the. You know how like when you book with Airbnb, they're like, we'll give you the address closer to your arrival date.
Yeah.
So we finally got the address.
Okay.
You will love this. It's in a housing development. Right on the corner of that housing development is like the only way into the neighborhood, a giant gas station with a Mexican restaurant and a sports bar attached to it.
Yeah. See,
2.5 miles down the road. So about 4 to 5
walkable.
No.
It's fucking walkable.
Those are like 900 feet from the front door.
Walkable.
2.5 miles down the road, there's a barbecue place that has 4.9 out of 5 stars with 500 reviews.
Nice.
Yeah. So
We're set. See?
we're set.
All right.
There's also,
I'll take my apologies in written form.
there is also a, what was the gas station with the pizza that the fat electrician did the video on?
Oh, shiitake mushrooms.
Doesn't it start with a C?
Little Caesars?
No. Well, I mean, yes, but no.
No.
This is a gas
This
station.
is a gas station from the Midwest. Either way, one of
Casey's.
Casey's. There's one of those.
I think it's with a K actually.
no, it's with a C.
Oh, is it?
There's one of those 10 minutes from the Airbnb. So there's plenty of options.
See, my choice was the correct choice.
I mean, I just barely bought my flight. So
We also looked it up. There's about 5 surplus stores that look like they will be very fruitful if you want to go surplus.
Oh, I'm sure they will.
Yeah. We went down the list and we're like, okay, if it looks like in the photos online they have Proper and Roscoe, not a good surplus store. If it looks like dingy and could be super sketchy, that's where we're going.
all right.
Yeah, you want that overwhelming smell of like canvas.
Did you guys go to that surplus store I told you about in Georgia?
No. We didn't.
Okay, so that one was like
My knees were fucked.
that one. The kids that were in the car with us had never experienced a surplus store like that. This was you walk in and you know like the metal shelves we have in the back, just those for an entire row, like 3 or 4 of them long, and it's like you can get anything from ACU and Woodland pouches to like, do you want to buy one of the control modules out of an Apache because it's probably in the back room?
Yeah.
Like that was the kind of outside. It smelled like and dog piss, and that was nothing else. It looked like a hole in the wall, but you walked in and you're going, holy, what is this place?
Those are the greatest places.
How did it smell inside?
Like take wet surplus gear and just fill a warehouse with it. That's what it smelled like.
Yeah.
Because we got out of
just
the car and
canvas.
like we had John and Levin with us, and they're like, "This is like, are we about to get robbed? Like, what's going on here?" I'm like, "Shut up! It's a good surplus store." And they're like, "It smells like dog piss out here." I was like, "Yeah, that's fine. It's a good one."
So you know
Wait,
it's
so the,
good.
the smell outside was the surplus gear inside.
No,
Or it
it's
was
not.
just
Probably actual dog piss.
Yeah, or
Gotcha.
the Porter John that looked like it hadn't been cleaned in 2 years.
how would you describe that surplus smell when you buy
Canvas.
like?
It's canvas.
It's take your gear.
Is it canvas?
Yeah.
Don't get in water.
I
Smells
feel
like
like it's. I feel like it's fermented bodily fluid.
Yeah,
and
it's
like
all of that.
salt.
Yeah,
It's all of that, but it smells like canvas.
there's a very
So you know
unique
you're in a
smell.
good one.
Yeah,
Very musky.
yeah,
Yeah. Like the doors haven't been open in
Very little airflow.
yeah.
because of so much stuff that they have in there.
Yeah.
Usually,
There is
like,
it's just like piles of everywhere.
yeah,
Like literally.
Well, that was the weird part. Like we walked through there, they had real 240 barrels,
why not?
Eagle Industries pouches and Ranger Green for $2 a piece.
Yeah.
But then it's like, oh, they at least know what some things worth because they have Anvis 9s in the original Trigicon, like RXO 1 red dot. Those they wanted like 10 grand for. I'm like,
Yeah.
all right, so you at least know what some of this stuff's worth, but like a Ranger Green Eagle front flap, which on eBay goes for like $100 for no reason, $12 there.
That's why you buy 12 of them.
Right.
That's why you gotta like sell it to the Japanese market. In all honesty, you just get it to like.
Yeah.
Well, you have to make sure you're not breaking ITAR.
I thought gear isn't.
Most gear is not,
Yeah.
but cry is considered ITAR. Yeah.
Yeah.
So sure, some
Like-
of that Eagle stuff is 12, 15, 20 years old.
Yeah, like that has done anything. ITAR regulating cry has not done anything.
Well, the actual cry material,
Yeah.
like they can. Obviously, it made its way to China somehow.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? They just cut it apart, or maybe took pictures of it at SHOT Show or whatever. But, hi, everybody. Welcome to another edition of the Zulu 24 podcast. As always, I'm joined by Anthony from Antec Chairsoft Studios and Jordan from Zulu Outdoor. Today, we have a special guest, Red Drink Rich.
How you doing?
Red Drink
finally
Rich.
And I'm in the tiniest chair possible. I am not a
Here, hold
midget.
on, I got you.
They all get the tallest chairs, and then I'm in a folding chair that's tiny. I'm actually 6'9",
Anthony, do me a favor.
6'7". I actually should have said 6'7".
6'7". Anthony, do me a favor. Just lower your chair all the way down.
Sorry, I have to lower my whole body. to
I
talk into my
guarantee you,
mic.
when you sit straight up, your head's out of frame.
That's perfect.
He is the headless Anthony.
It goes up even further.
Can you believe they were just throwing this chair out
That's a true Napoleon chair.
Where was it?
Oh yeah, he's overcompensating.
at West Point?
Oh,
This is like a lot. They were just going to throw it out.
She got three more.
It wasn't even outside
Yeah.
long enough to get rained on. I was like, yoink.
It's a show of dominance. We like to put our guests in their place. You know what I mean?
makes sense.
No, it's actually because we want everyone to think that you're like 5'4".
Actually, somebody at the field
I
said
know.
that you're
You're a lot taller. than
you're a
you look
lot
on the
taller.
podcast.
Yeah, you're a lot taller. I'm like, oh
Have you ever heard of heightflation?
no.
Is that like inflation?
Is that like something with dating or something?
There's like a string of memes going around right now. They've been going around for like the past like couple months, but it was like dissing guys that are like under 5 foot. And then they started dissing guys that were like 5'3".
Under
And,
5
and then,
foot.
And then they started
That's a
diss-
short person.
And then they started dissing guys that were like 5'6".
Mhm.
And then it went like 5'8". And then it went like 6'2". And all the comments are like following the trend of these memes. And it's just like heightflation is real. It's like first they went for the 5-footers and I didn't speak up because I was not 5 foot. Then they went for the 5'2s and I didn't speak up. And now they came for me and there's no one else.
There's no one else.
So heightflation. So I'm learning all these new words because of Mike. So there's looks maxing. That's like
Oh
a
my
thing.
God.
There's
Oh my
This is what
God.
happened. You hired a Zoomer.
Mogging.
Oh my
You know
God,
what
mogging.
is?
Oh God.
What's mogging?
So everybody's height mogging Rich right now because he's in a really tiny chair.
Yeah.
What's mogging?
It's like making somebody next to you look inferior. So if you're frame mogging, it's because you have a more muscular build and you're standing next to a twink.
So everybody's just a victim now.
Yeah.
Like
No.
that's just- that's-
Basically,
no.
what you're it's a tactic.
No. But I understand what you're
Yeah.
doing. I'm just saying, like, we're making up all these words for victims.
Oh yeah.
Like
Well,
everybody's just like, oh, I'm offended.
There's
Stop,
height mogging.
Stop.
No, it's
stop beer belly
it's-
mogging me.
these
Well,
memes.
we took away the ability to say slurs, so now we have to come up with new ones.
Mogging is a dumb one.
Yeah.
So
That's a dumb. That sounds like Lord of the Rings.
Well, the mogging, I think what it means is like you try to hang out, like definitely from like I guess a dating perspective, you try to go to areas where you're the better looking of everybody, and then like you're able to say like, yo, I'm looking good compared to, so you're mogging the other people, right?
So
Is this like the whole thing where every hot girl has to have an ugly friend?
No, every hot girl just has an ugly friend.
Yeah. It's
well, but that's
but
like
she's really nice.
technically yes, it is the male equivalent of that. Looks
my
maxing
generation
is
called it something different, but go for it.
That looks maxing is insane. There's guys that are like literally taking hammers and hitting themselves in the face
To do what?
to increase mewing. Like, yeah, they're doing this so they can get stronger, and then they chew certain gum and like they get stronger.
Oh, I have seen that.
Yeah.
It's
Sounds
like
like
but
Liver King.
yeah, but then the thing is like there's
They also
guys that are actually like
yeah.
doing like they're hitting themselves like this, like crazy. And it's like, I don't think it's building anything, but I guess if you're a young enough guy and you start when you're like 14, 15, you keep doing it every day and you're like hitting yourself, you're like trying to increase your bone structure. But I don't see how that even works. Like,
You remember when the jazzercise was a thing? The ball that you used to chew on?
yeah, there's a couple, they still have that. I mean, if you had like a weak jaw, I mean, it does make sense because like, as humans, we are getting smaller jaws. Our teeth. That's why, like, we need braces and all that stuff because we're eating softer food over the past like 500 years, actually. But even before that, but like, it's just you're getting a smaller jaw, so it's like not fitting on your face. So like, yeah, it's just not good. That's why you're having all these breathing problems. That's why I gotta have a BiPAP machine.
We're basically pugs.
Yeah, kind of.
slowly-
It's starting to turn into that. Yeah, a little bit. But like, let me tell you, man, I tell everybody, man, get a.
No,
sleep study,
it's because
that-
cavemen didn't have smokers. Okay, now that we have smokers, we just got like fall off the bone, meat, and it's just it just melts in your mouth. We're all about that.
Do that.
Well,
with us.
actually,
Cotton candy and marshmallows.
No, I don't. I think it's more. I mean,
Stupid cavemen.
in actuality, the meat was probably really soft. It was that we ate a lot of root vegetables, and ones that were we had early on
I
carrots.
didn't know that if you cook the potatoes a little longer, they got softer.
yeah, or just eating
a minute.
raw,
We also just used our jaws as tools.
I mean, think about it. Carrots were never orange. That's kind of wild, right? We've actually just, through the process of, selection that they became orange. We just bred them to be orange.
I did not know that.
Yeah. They were. I think they were white or something like
They
that.
were whitish.
I
Yeah.
have
Yeah.
seen white
Yeah.
carrots.
Yeah. So they're
Because you can still get them, but they're.
So did it not have beta carotene in it?
I think it did, but by selecting it for certain attributes, and you keep planting that crop,
Yeah.
it became more of a thing. A lot of our vegetables, corn has if I remember correctly, corn has some insane amount of genetic code that's it's I can't remember the
so-
number. It's thousands of I don't know about
I'll look
the
up the
chromosome
corn
or
thing
something.
next. But this is carrots were not always orange for thousands of years. They were predominantly purple, white, or yellow.
Purple.
The orange carrot was developed by Dutch farmers in the 16th and 17th
The
century
carrot was developed.
through selective breeding, likely as
R&D.
a tribute to the Dutch House of Orange and for being sweeter and more robust, which is true because if you ever had a white or a yellow or purple carrot, it's not as sweet when you roast it or saute it.
This is where the GMO argument kind of falls apart, right? Where in recent history, everybody's like, oh, the GMO corn, the genetically
Yeah.
modified. We've been genetically modifying our food since the beginning.
Agriculture, yeah.
Yeah, like the corn that the Indians gave the Pilgrims was completely different. You had to meal it up. You couldn't just eat it off.
Yeah,
the
if you
top.
look at
corn
what
over the
corn,
years.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
But then you look at the genetic. Look up the
They should
genetic
be up in
code.
arms about the pesticides and the other that's carcinogenic. GMO is just eugenics for plants.
Pretty much.
I think the other thing too is that we've. I mean, I think
Basically, they just let the superior breeds of the vegetables thrive and reproduce, and then the inferior ones, like the purple carrots.
You're towing a line, brother.
I think
I didn't do it.
You're totally
It wasn't
right.
me.
Well,
I've never
so-
genetically modified vegetables.
Well, so here's the thing: you can still get those. I know where you're talking about with towing the line. I worked in produce for 7 or 8 years. You can still get carrots like that. It's going to cost you 2 to 3 times the amount. It's going to be in the organic only section, and it's not always available because so many people are predominantly buying the orange carrots.
Who's intentionally buying purple carrots?
I mean, it depends.
I
I mean,
bought-
yeah, purple potatoes. You have different.
Yeah,
they're different flavors. and
I've
stuff.
bought them for roasting them. Purple potatoes.
But why?
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 Like, what's the property of the purple carrot? Because you said the orange ones are sweeter.
Yeah, the orange ones are
Oh,
sweeter.
maybe-
The purple ones have a little bit more of a earthy taste, if you will. So I'm a foodie.
Dirt.
I'm
Want
a
it to
foodie.
taste like dirt.
You can't say the term earthy without somebody.
There must be something with certain dishes where it makes sense. It counteracts salt or
Yes.
works with salt or something.
It could
like
also
that.
just be the color.
Yeah, that's the other thing too. There's not many things in nature besides a flower, fragrant flower that's literally purple. It's very odd.
Japanese yams.
Okay, yeah, that's what I'm saying though. That
It's got
but
you there.
that the GMO argument where people are like, oh man, there's rising cancer because that. Well, obviously it's probably the pesticides and plastics and stuff like that. But then the other thing too is people don't realize people just died super early.
Yeah.
My grandfather died of heart disease at 49, and that was what was that, 1960 something or whatever, maybe 70s. I forget how old my dad was at that. My dad got sick at 39. People just died of heart disease way before they got these cancers and weird genetic things. Because now we live longer. We live to 80, 90 years old. And people used to look, they have archaeological evidence that literally early humans they were amazed they would live to 35, which is
Yeah.
kind of, and just obviously through trying to hunt and getting injuries and things like that, you're gonna get up, but just eating that kind of diet is just terrible. So like, and it's hard. It's like, it takes a lot out of you. So like,
Have you ever heard that fasting like will kill cancer cells? Like
Yeah.
during the fasting process, your body actually gets rid of.
I've heard that.
People used to just starve.
Yeah,
but then probably pretty good at fighting cancer.
But then here's the negative with that. Is
How
that
many
now you're
people
not
in a
getting-
communist country got cancer?
But except they didn't survive.
They got lead poisoning. It's different.
They didn't survive long
Except
enough.
for the people near Chernobyl. Except for that.
I don't know if you can.
But they didn't survive long enough to get the cancer because they died of like malnutrition. They didn't get enough iodine. You know what I mean? And then,
Sure. But
or
you're
acute lead poisoning.
acute lead poisoning. Yeah, that's only in communist countries. No, but you're thinking of antiquity,
Yeah.
like pre-Roman,
Yeah.
right? Because even in the Roman era, I don't know how to call it that. Like people lived to be 60, 70 years old.
Yeah, that's true. That's
Right.
true.
And
Yeah.
even up until the 1600s, like people lived
Yeah,
to be
people did, yes,
fairly
yes,
old.
yes,
The
yes.
average age was lower for sure, but people definitely did.
Yes.
And there is an acute change even just from the 1980s to now. Right. And
Where do we get the average life expectancy from people living in the Roman Empire?
we don't.
Is it just based on how many bones we recovered that were like clearly kids?
Probably.
I think it's
younger?
that. It's probably that.
Stories
There's- I think there
I mean,
is
Plato
also-
was like old. You know?
I think there's also, like, surprisingly enough, I think a lot of those ancient cultures actually, not that they kept records like census, but there was like ideas and rough estimates, and probably historians and archaeologists
They kept really good records.
Yeah, figure out like, you know, depending on what they did, because it makes sense back then they had to tax people. Like that's really where it comes down to why you need record keeping, because they had to tax people.
Okay.
You know, but
But
then they might
we-
cook the books because that's why
we
they,
state
you know.
their average life expectancy like it's just a fact.
Well,
Yeah.
But
so,
like I would love for these like facts to just like trace it back to like why is this considered?
All right, so
the
Jordan
fact?
has
What's
some-
the
I have
evidence?
some
How do you know
metrics.
the Earth's round?
So the average life expectancy of
Well, who
someone.
wrote the textbooks?
Shut.
All right, Jordan, Anthony, hold on. Jordan's got something. Hold on.
Average life expectancy of someone in the Roman Empire is between 20 to 35. However, if they survived past the age of 10, they had a roughly 50% chance of growing old into their 50s or 60s.
So
Does that
what that
include-
says is infant mortality.
Yes.
So
factors
so
influenced by childhood mortality,
Yeah.
infectious
Yeah.
diseases, social class, location.
Yeah, exactly. So the majority of people dying before they're 20. The reason why the number's so low is because there's a large portion of people
There's a
dying
50
before they're 10 years old.
There's a funnel effect.
50%
There's a
chance
funnel,
that
yeah.
you're not surviving the age of 10 in the Roman Empire.
Holy! I bet their 10th birthdays were like a big deal.
Might have been.
Well, it's like passing the 37 club.
Yeah, like you made it.
If I'm chronoing an airsoft gun, tying back to airsoft, if I'm chronoing an airsoft gun, I put 40 shots in
you
the
know-
chrono, and most of them are like 400 plus or minus a
What's
couple.
kind of
and then there's
interesting-
one flub shot that's like 100. My average FPS for those 40 shots is going to be like 200 something.
Yeah.
Does that mean that the gun is shooting to?
No, that's exactly the point
Yeah.
you
Right.
just made.
I know. I'm,
But
just,
what-
I'm
what-
doubling
but
down.
here's another-
Alright.
but
I'm
here's another
applying
thing
it to
is-
airsoft.
Maybe why a lot of like, you know, not just only puberty, because you obviously both sexes change. There might be like, and also a time thing is like, oh, they reach puberty. That means like most diseases may not affect them anymore. And it's like, there's like a secondary celebration factor.
Maybe that's why
like,
16 is a celebration.
yeah, I mean, that might be, it's very possible.
Do you know why the infant mortality rate was so high in the Roman Empire?
Because of lead, because of
Nope.
Because they didn't have an
Nope.
island.
It's because they didn't give babies 16 vaccines the moment they were born.
I was going
Oh
a
my
different
God.
direction. but
Probably
sure.
more vaccines.
oh my god.
Our next guest will be Alec Jones.
Yo, Bill Gates is out here saving lives, all right?
He was trying to. Yeah, well, he was trying to heal his wife.
I like
was
the
doing
idea. I
something.
like the idea of not
There was a
dying of
private jet
cholera.
involved.
See,
I
we don't bleep the things that we disagree with, do we?
I think humans have a short-term memory span. Like literally, just before the 1900s, people were dying of cholera. I don't think people understand cholera is you just yourself to death for 3 days. You are literally leaking out your and puking, and you cannot retain water. That is a horrible, horrible, horrible way to go. And like, we finally realized, oh yeah, we should maybe have better clean plumbing. Like, you know, and I think that's
All right, if that's true, if that's true, then why is the population so f***ing high?
Well, because what
Do I have to bleep that?
I don't know yet.
well, the whole thing
Let's see
is
where
like
it
they have
goes.
a lot. They have a lot of people, and like I think what they deal with is like they they're able to get some modern medicine and some antibiotics and some other things, and and I think they do have some vaccination programs over there. They really do. But they just don't believe in cleanliness. Or I think it's like the lower class, and they treat them like that. And it's really a class thing, just like we were just talking about with, the Roman Empire. Like the lower class is treated like, whatever. Wow. The higher end, like a class higher end, they don't like are like that. But I don't know. Yeah,
So I agree that vaccines like polio, it has definitely. I mean, polio was eradicated in the United States. You know what I mean? Like, but then you get to stuff like the measles.
Yeah. All right.
Or chickenpox.
All right. So the big
Shingles.
thing, if you I'm going to tell you, smallpox is a medical miracle that we've eradicated smallpox. If you actually look at how smallpox followed us through time, it is a devious disease that killed more people than all the others, and that we were able to eradicate it with vaccines.
We don't know that.
Well,
it could be trapped under some ice in Antarctica.
Oh my god.
Hey, well, listen.
But let me
really could
so but no, that's true. But there's nothing in the wild anymore.
We're not in the clear yet, boys.
No, that's true. But we've eradicated it so much that I believe it, and then we finally realized, like in the 60s and 70s, realized, because there was some small pockets in Africa, India, and the Middle East that still had it. And we were like, look, if we do a mass vaccination program, and it literally was a poke, like just a poke, that we would eliminate it because of herd immunity. We eliminated a disease that's like completely and utterly horrendous. The other one that we can't really get rid of is tuberculosis. Or influenza. Like it actually, most of us probably, when I found out about this, I didn't realize this. Most of us actually have influenza. Some of us do, but our body encapsulates the virus or the bacteria in like a mass. And the problem is, if your immune system fucks up, that can get released and then you're fucked. So like,
nice. Yeah.
So like tuberculosis is super evil because it lays low and dormant in your body. And it is devious because it knows when to strike, because it basically, it wants to transmit as much to different people as possible. So it doesn't kill fast.
So you're telling me I have sleeper cell viruses in my body waiting for Order 66.
Basically, yeah.
Basically just.
But like, and I think if you start explaining this to people, like, I'm on board with like, if it's too much too fast, yes. Like I've seen where and there's an adverse effect, like maybe children, but like, I think that's why they do it then, is because their immune system is able to rapidly make those those antibodies so fast because they're ready. They're literally like the tiny, like little babies are just little people that they're ready to be imprinted upon both socially, environmentally, and biologically to a certain degree. So if we can put stuff in them that, hey, look, watch out for this disease, watch out for this disease, watch out for this disease. Maybe it's too much too fast. That's very possible.
I think there's a lot of fluff in there. I think there's a lot of fluff vaccines that are not necessary, but are pushed because of profit.
Okay.
And there's like 74 vaccinations before you're fucking 12 now or something.
Yeah.
Like that's absurd. And I mean, okay, case in point, right? Who has their tetanus shot? Yeah. I know you do.
I actually had it. I got one recently.
Do you know that tetanus is incredibly rare in the United States? Like tetanus is a bacteria. Yeah. It doesn't come from rusty nails or whatever. It's a bacteria on surfaces. Like there are hot spots around the world.
Yeah.
And there are none in America. Like the chances of you actually getting tetanus is hyper low. But what does your doctor always say?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But
it gets pushed on us.
Well, my chances must be a lot lower.
I'm curious. This is the problem. I'm curious if when did it go away?
It's near zero. Like it's a bacteria. It's near zero. Like your chances are near zero.
If you ever mess with old surplus steel cased ammo,
it's not where it comes from.
In general,
I'm curious. But here's what
wear gloves.
I'm curious. At what point, because there wasn't enough hosts, because of vaccinations, that it didn't survive enough in the United States anymore.
We don't know if tetanus. We don't know if tetanus was ever really a problem in the Americas.
I'm curious because that would make
look it
sense
up.
that all of a sudden it's not there anymore. Just like smallpox, we don't deal with smallpox anymore because we've eradicated through vaccinations.
Sure.
Yeah.
But I have a smallpox vaccination.
Yeah, we all do. We all do.
No. You
Yeah.
don't. No, you don't.
Yeah. Well, you have it from the military.
Military. Yeah.
Yeah. Because
They give you they give you cowpox, but it's not one jab. It's a series of jabs.
I thought we all get the smallpox vaccination. Are you sure about that? I thought we all did.
Are you thinking chickenpox?
No, because I got chickenpox. Actually, chickenpox.
Yeah,
I
me
got-
too. Yeah.
Okay,
We used to have chickenpox
so-
parties.
Prior to
Yeah.
the 1940s, there was an average of 500 to 600 cases in the United States per year, but has dropped to under 30 cases per year in the entire United States in the 2000s.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So it's very possible.
That'll be blamed, but even at the 300 to 500, think about
Yeah.
the population in the United States.
Yeah.
That's nothing.
Even yes.
There are hotspots in the world. Like
Yeah.
if you're traveling, you should probably get it. right?
Jamie, you're gonna have to look this one up too and fact check it. But I heard that like in order to grow these proteins that go in the vaccines, right? They have to build off of a protein first. So a lot of times they'll use peanuts. So there's a theory that people are getting these peanut allergies.
Yeah.
That is a
because
weird-
because people get vaccinated. All of a sudden, there's like people are deathly allergic to peanuts because they're building these proteins off of peanut protein.
There's also
That research will never be completed
There's
because
also-
there's too much money in it.
there's also the other factor that
I think Skippies would say otherwise.
Yeah.
there's some other research and actually like that's pointing to why there's so many autoimmune diseases and allergies and things like that is that our immune system we've eliminated a massive amount of parasites. Parasites were always a problem, but parasites are hard to get rid of because they don't you can't use an antibiotic. You got to use certain things, and we don't come in contact with it anymore. So our problem is we have actual immune system cells that don't get practice.
So they're just
they're
bored.
So when they get like a piece of shrimp or something and it alerts the system like a false alarm, that's when you'll have that response forever because of that. And they're saying that that's a possibility why there's some cancers and stuff like that because your immune system just these hyper cells that want and antibodies and proteins and enzymes that want to attack a parasite. Because my understanding is when a parasite, the body throws everything it's got at it. Like basically they fire the nuke and just have the soldiers walk in like 1950s, like Davy Crockett. If anybody's ever seen that, there's the footage
The
of like
artillery?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're going to start firing with our M1 Garands into the nuclear blast. Like who gives a shit? We're just going to try to, but like, it's the same concept. And if they don't get practice and there's no more parasites, it kind of like, it has a false flag with certain things. So that's,
So,
I would
so
assume it's
basically,
not-
if you have an autoimmune disease,
Eat a
your
tapeworm.
your immune system basically has a cryo-VS, real plates. It's got real
Yes,
cry. It's
yeah.
got night vision, but can't run up a hill.
It's
Where are we going
actually,
with
but here's the thing.
No training.
But here's the thing: is that it 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, going back even 100 years ago, 200 years ago, 300. That person survived. That's why so many people have those autoimmune diseases. Those people survived because there was so many parasites back then.
Yeah.
Now they're not. The problem is people that never had that actually have a better time. Like so, actually, I think most of the people that have no problem with weight gain. They're very rare back in the day. I think they were extremely rare back in the day because my body type of just eating and putting on calories made sense because you never knew when you were going to eat. You never had an idea, so you'd have to fucking store every single calorie as much as possible. But now in the modern world with Doritos and Starbucks and fucking everything else, you need to jab yourself with fucking Zipman, which is the best fucking thing ever.
The Gun Gamers LARP game needs a vaccine mechanic where the beginning part of the game they're trying to psyop everybody into getting vaccines. You know how the drugs had a note? They had like
Yeah.
a special thing, right? So everybody that got a vaccine, the promise is that it'll give them like some superpower immunity to certain things. But really, everybody's cards is the same thing. It's like assemble at the mosque at 7 p.m. on Saturday, and then they become part of this fucking army,
Oh, shit.
right?
Oh, I still.
Yo, that would be
They all get armbands thrown on them.
I want to ask Dave my idea, but we have to bleep it, so I have to ask afterwards. But I'm going to forget my idea for the Gun Gamers LARP game. Can we bleep this?
Yeah, we can
Is
believe
that-
this.
I don't want anyone to know. All right,
Scheming already.
I'm gonna form.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot about that.
So that's my idea. We've just had to bleep this whole thing out because I don't
was
want anyone
only
stealing
5
my deal.
minutes.
I don't want people stealing my idea, but I'll have to. I guess I'll have to run it by Eric and see if he would do it. I mean,
That's fantastic.
I think,
Dude.
we're gonna have to bleep more.
No, you don't have to believe this.
I don't want to. I don't want to forget it.
I know what my business should be next time. I'm gonna own a rage room business.
Is this money laundered?
No. So you got that Evolt.
Yes. Well, we can talk about Airsoft gun. Yes.
I was gonna say we could finally talk about Airsoft for a moment.
All right. Do you want to get the Evolt there, Anthony? Or do you want me to get it?
You don't want to talk about the socioeconomic state of the world?
No, I don't. No, I think people don't.
Are we allowed to touch that?
I don't think so.
Nah.
The last
Are we
episode,
allowed to put it on the table?
I think so.
Bam, 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 bam.
Funny though.
It is.
Put your phone down. We got to keep going.
Yeah.
Because he'll be like, oh, did you see this one? Oh.
And then he's gonna start telling you about this fucking Bren.
I'm done. I finished the Bren.
I know you did. I'm so proud of you,
to
sweetheart.
the extent that it could be finished.
I'm so proud.
Also,
of you.
this is my accountant.
The old snake guy.
He's
Yeah.
Tiger King, but with snakes.
He bought it off of Josh.
I think of every. Anytime I think of snake, I think of that video of those Florida like deputies or the animal control people that killed the $30,000 or $50,000 boa.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, or $100,000 boa. Yeah, because it was super expensive
The dude was like,
breeding,
he was breeding snakes.
and he could breed this specific one, but there was a one that he had to get rid of, and they literally murdered the one that's like his money.
The wrong one.
Yes,
Yeah. Oh.
and they're like, they're like.
And then they
Sorry.
tried to hide it from him.
They tried to hide it from it, and he won a lawsuit. I think
Yeah,
he
he
won
did.
like several $1 million
Yeah.
because
It's his livelihood.
yeah.
He was probably all licensed and shit to like.
Yes,
yeah.
yes. And it's like, how could you not know that? It's a totally different container. What is wrong with you? Oh.
What'd they do? Just walk in and shoot shotguns into like random containers?
have
Like,
no
all right, we
they,
got it.
They had like, it was some special tool that they basically just like put it to the back of the head of
It's
the
like a
snake.
22 thing. Like,
Yeah.
yeah. It's a little 22 stick. Like they do it for alligators too, apparently.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, a 22
Yeah.
on an alligator?
Yeah.
you can go
Yeah,
on
in
the other
April of 2023,
all you need.
There you go.
officers with the Florida Fish and Wildlife Conservation Commission
Conservation. I like how that's in there.
mistakenly killed a legally owned pregnant boa constrictor during a raid on a reptile
shoot.
breeding facility. The incident occurred while officers were targeting prohibited Burmese pythons, but they wrongly identified and euthanized the boa. The value of it was over $100,000. I'm trying to see what he got paid out.
I know he won. He won some lawsuit, I believe.
Yeah.
Because like they're on body cam footage going, wait a second, this isn't it. After the fact, like, oh yeah. And you can tell like they're all on camera and they're all like,
Fuck, we're on camera.
they're looking, no, but they're like looking at each other like they were like about to say, well, you made the mistake. They were about to like, it's like just indicative of like,
So you made like GMO snakes.
no,
And they
there was
killed
no, there was no
killed-
GMO. No.
What do you mean? He was breeding snakes. Probably selectively.
No, he's probably purposely keeping the bloodline pure.
Yeah.
Doing the opposite.
Actually, it's surprisingly enough, like little places like that, they might sell them to like zoos and stuff like that, actually.
Yeah.
Or like, little reptile houses that like,
So how do snakes pass the seed?
So it hasn't had anything about them getting sued.
I
I'm
thought they
assuming
won.
he probably sued them.
I thought
Fuck
he
yeah,
did.
he did.
I thought he definitely won. That's what I thought.
He was labeled as a massacre.
How do snakes, how do they pass the seed?
They literally wrap themselves like around each other, like towards the tip, like towards the end. Yes.
The coquila, what do they call
Yeah.
it? The cocula?
Like the tail?
Fuck. What's it called? Coquila. Fuck, I watched a whole micro episode on this.
Coaquila.
Coaquila.
I thought that's the
Come
throat.
on.
I thought that's the throat.
No, it's there. Coquila. Fuck. It's same thing with alligators.
What's it called?
It's like the
Coaquila.
So they wrap around, like they twist around each other.
A little bit.
I figured it would be more like docking.
Okay, so as of a year ago, the lawsuit is still ongoing.
Oh yeah, but he has like body cam footage and like
Oh, yeah, I
and
remember
footage
seeing
from
the
the
body
place.
cam.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like clearly obvious. But
it's no different than them coming and destroying a Lamborghini.
Well, it was just
Yeah.
like the squirrel and the raccoon.
oh yeah, the squirrel. Yeah.
Yeah, but the difference was the squirrel was actually illegal to
Yeah.
privately own and possess.
Yeah.
Just remember, that's what your tax dollars.
If love is a crime,
All right. Anyway.
Evil.
Rest in-
Are we
rest
gonna
in peace.
actually talk about anything airsoft related?
So we're not going to touch this YouTube moderator or whatever the fuck.
For the YouTube manual reviewer that I'm going to have to speak to at some point by hitting that button that says manually review this, it's a toy. It's an airsoft gun.
Don't touch it.
This was imported from Japan. Look, my fingers aren't touching it. That being said, it is an airsoft gun. It is perfectly legal to own and touch. And by YouTube's guidelines, it can sit here as long as I don't touch it.
yeah, and if you demonetize the video because
Perfect.
And there's a bleep. There's a bleep. But
God, you must have. No wonder why it takes 9 billion years to edit it. I'm trying to call a guy. Hey man, what's going on? Like, I'm fucking editing Anthony because that's all he does. Bleep 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 bleepity bleep bleep
Rich,
bleep bleep bleep.
Rich, you sometimes you're worse than. Rich will call me. My hands will be full. I'll be like, "What is it, Rich?" He's like, "I'm eating popcorn right now." I'm like, "Oh wow!"
Yeah.
He's like, "And it's
Wow.
real good."
yeah, Rich will call me and be like, yo, dude, I'm
But
at the
then-
Lego store.
But he'll call. But he'll call
He's like,
me.
"I'm wrecked up right now. I'm getting like ring Dragon Ball Z Legos. I'm getting wrecked." Like, hey man,
Why haven't
It's
you
not out
started
yet.
that? Why haven't you started that YouTube channel all bricked up? Why haven't you started?
Well, if he does
have,
it the way Anthony wants him to do it, that's not getting
I have.
monetized.
I have.
what do you mean? That's the most
I
profitable
have
way to do
great
it.
idea- Okay,
Just not on YouTube.
I have great ideas. I have great ideas, but I don't execute them. Look, fellas, I don't think you guys understand. I don't own a computer. I like not owning a computer. It seems to be like that is like a rare
Wild
thing
to me.
Yeah, people are like, I can't believe you don't own a computer, bro. Like, and
Yeah,
I'm
but
like, I just don't.
These things.
I guess I could, I just don't. See, this is my thing is I'd be perfect as like I could do the whole talking and explaining the set and doing all that. But the back end shit that like Jordan does with like there's like 3 cameras set up. It looks
No,
like
you don't need all that. My filming, editing, and uploading, all of that done on my phone.
I'm
I
going to be
understand
honest
that.
with you.
All
if-
the Ansett content you see, except for the ones that Jordan did, which you can obviously tell who made which one. Most of my stuff. Yeah, and I don't need everything to be fancy production because I'm just like mansplaining airsoft
right,
guns.
but with Lego content, people are going to want the high quality
he
Yeah.
needs,
picture of it.
dude,
Well, so let me finish.
4K,
Let me finish.
60 FPS,
Let me finish. What he should do
3 lenses.
is 2 cameras. 2 cameras. Have one that is like front facing, and then one like how you do it
Above?
with your tech stuff, where you have it facing straight down. That way he can like look at the camera and talk to it. But then when he starts assembling it, it goes to the top down, and you just link the audio file. I'm gonna start.
I mean, if
talking
I
about
just
editing.
did Twitch or something like that, I was like, hey guys, we're gonna build this set today and we're just gonna shoot the shit. And then like people just
I don't.
you know what would be funny is like no one goes to my channel, and then all of a sudden like that like those guys that like the big channels that go and see, hey, I saw this guy's channel and he was doing like this little thing, and then like they go, you know what, you should. I sent him a bunch of money or likes or whatever the Amazon whatever Prime subs. You ever seen those guys that do
Twitch
that?
subs.
Yeah, and they find like some little channel that's doing something, and then they're like, "Oh, thanks a lot for I've never looked." And it's like one guy like, "Wow, you're being so nice," and then like all of a sudden the channel blows up. That's what I need. I need that. I need.
You need a third camera angle, POV of the Lego set while it's on the
other
chair.
thing. Here's the other thing. I just worked 45 days friggin' straight, and like literally doing like 12 to fucking 16 hours. I have no time. I barely have time to take a shit.
Don't think of it as work. Think of it as like you worked 45 hours, and this is your opportunity to unwind.
When you retire, we can do this.
Oh yeah, I can do it definitely.
Yeah, you said something to me yesterday when you called. You're like, I always buy 2 of every Lego set, one for me and one for later.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah.
One for later.
Yeah.
Well, some of
like
them.
either
Some of
A,
them.
I can resell it, or
Yeah.
it's a collector's piece. He's like, so I always buy 2 of them. So when you retire and you're not working 45 days straight, 12 to 14 hours a day, and you actually have time to play Airsoft, then you actually have time to build Legos, and then we can make up, the Richie Bricks channel. And that'll be long past we find out if Twitch is going to turn into a bubble and pop and, fall out from underneath itself, because right now Amazon's just propping it up with more and more money anyway. So
I wonder. Maybe I should just.
Richie Bricks.
Maybe I got to.
Richie
And
Bricks.
then what's
make
funny?
the account
Richie Bricks.
Richie Bricks.
You gotta have the
Anthony
sound in there. 'cause
Anthony,
critical.
Not you, not this Anthony, but my friend Anthony said the same. He's like, "Oh, dude, I can set you up." Wait,
we're not friends.
Other Anthony.
Do you even love me?
I do.
Some days
Would
now.
you love me if I was a Lego set? Would you love me if I was a Mega Block set?
I would not like you if you were a Mega Block set.
Duplo.
Duplo.
They're not the same.
Yeah. Well, the Duplo, you use that for the frames of a lot of the larger sets because they work inside that.
That's what it was.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
Oh, you use the
That's
rubber
exactly-
band. The
yeah.
rubber band.
That's exactly what it was.
exactly what it was.
Because I just had the immediate urge to shoot Anthony in the face with a rubber band gun. That's
All
what
right.
it was.
All right. So we're gonna talk about
The Evolt.
The Evolt.
Thank
We're gonna get that nice segue. That's all right. We're stopping this.
Again, / Richie Bricks.
I like all bricked up.
All bricked up. I
All
know.
bricked up.
I like that one.
I mean,
Bricked up
then,
Rich.
but then I can get like
Oh, no,
Blue,
you know
I
what,
can get
that's-
Blue Chew or Hims to sponsor. Oh, I got a whole.
All right.
We gotta bleep a lot of that.
You don't have to bleep.
Not the whole
Chew.
conversation, but
No,
like
it'll be tastefully
All
done.
right, guys. When you're in your late 40s, you got to get bricked up. You want to be bricked up like this brick right here? You gotta
yeah,
get-
you know what? Like
You know what? This
I
is
can
perfect.
but it's the sexual stuff where I'm just like, yeah, because kids could be watching this. They can't be, you know what I mean? They need to be protected. They can't be exposed to that. But they're allowed to.
They need to be protected from the thing that they will absolutely experience at some time in their life. But
What,
definitely
getting
not,
sit on by
but,
Rich?
But definitely not. But definitely.
You know what you guys got to do is I'm noticing a lot more
sorry, Jordan.
a lot more YouTube channels are offering members channels.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
think
the
you got to
problem
start
is-
doing that.
Well, the problem with that is,
The hell do you get?
You're acting like I make the statistics.
well, a lot of people
Don't shoot
give
the
them, like,
messenger.
so think about it. Pepperbox.
Yeah.
Pepperbox was made so that they could stop making content that was censored, because the same reason we were just talking about with ads.
Can we get on
sustainability.
Pepperbox, please?
Oh, that would be lovely.
Fuck.
The door gets knocked on with the Meat Canyon video, because now there's a possibility of people in that community seeing it. But what I'm circling all the way back to is the membership program is made so that you give them more exclusive content, not uncensored content. So even if we're like,
Just doubles our workload.
it's like, hey,
So you're better off for the Patreon then.
correct, but the shit that he says will get us canceled.
So don't use
Well,
that.
The nice part with Pepperbox is if you ever try to like screen record or screenshot on Pepperbox, whatever they did on the back end, it doesn't record the audio and it doesn't take screenshots. If you try to take a screenshot on the Pepperbox app, you just get a black screen.
It's fucking genius.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry, I didn't know this was Disney
So
or Netflix.
because of that, they're kind of protected. Has some of
Next
their content
episode-
gotten leaked? Yes, because somebody has to try really hard to do it. With Patreon, there is nothing protecting you. So if we let what he says open on Patreon, we're probably getting canceled.
Like what? Like this next episode.
Yeah.
Yes, shit like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But think of it. If we did that though, without saying that we were gonna do it, you can't say that you're gonna do that, but you can do that.
That would be fucking hilarious.
You can't say
Just
hey,
don't acknowledge it at all.
Yeah, like if I just say, "Hey, next episode we're gonna do this," it'd be like canceled. But if we just didn't say it and just did it, they'd be like,
Hooray!
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, they would hit you with one of those. Yeah.
Wow. Oh, you have a soundboard?
Yeah, well, yeah.
Yeah, we've had a
Oh,
soundboard.
nice. Okay.
Yeah, yeah,
All right.
here.
Should
for you.
I got you. Should we talk about the
Okay.
Okay, so back on track.
I swear we're
All
trying.
right, we're gonna do an actual thing, an airsoft topic. Wow.
See, this is why it's great having Richie on, because we're an hour in.
There you go.
Okay. I just got the Marui Evolt.
And with that, let's take a break. Go buy our merch. Go to the Zulu24.square.site, buy some merch. Also, I found a little hiccup and I can't seem to resolve it. So when you go and you buy merch, when you look at it, it says out of stock. Everything says out of stock until you put in your size.
Oh.
So everything's there. You got to put in your size. Head on over Zulu24.square.site. Pick up your Zulu 24 merch. We're always kind of updating it. All the designs on there. There are a lot of cool stuff. Shut up. Evolt. We're back. Evolt.
Now his eyes are like dead.
Shut
Evolt.
up.
Evolt. Evolt. Tokyo Marui.
Evolt.
Tokyo
Evolt.
Marui.
Tokyo Marui. Evolt.
Well, easy there.
Oh, easy there.
Cultural
Well,
appropriation.
Scott will be very happy that you said it appropriately.
What it is?
Yes.
Tokyo Marui.
So anyway,
Throwback to the Scott episode.
so listen, like
Right.
I'm not an AEG
Fucking
guy.
welcome.
I'm not an AEG guy.
What is this?
That's not an AEG.
Wait,
Well,
what is
Well,
this?
it is.
That's
It's
my-
an airsoft electric gun. It's an AEG.
That's my question, right? Like I am a recent gas gun guy, but I've been a Sistema guy my whole basic.
One could argue that a system is an AEG.
It absolutely is, right?
So this is the
Automatic electric gun.
That's what I'm saying.
This is the love child of a Sistema and a next gen recoil shock. And TM gave it a not offensive name.
And from everything I can tell, it's using an MWS receiver.
It looks beautiful.
It feels fantastic.
All right, so we'll not
And it
without
smells
touching it,
scrumptious.
Without touching it, this is a VFC
Opting
thing.
suppressor, yeah.
Thing. This rail is just rando, just a rando
Rich is stimming.
rail,
Yep.
right? So it comes with like the regular
Yeah, it
handguard,
comes
the
with the
regular
slick handguard. And
No, not
LED
the slick,
stock.
not the slick, the big chunky
Yeah,
one.
it's
that's
like the A3 style.
Yeah. And then it comes with the law enforcement style, the LE one with the
Yeah.
angle. It's so loose. It's the one thing on the gun that rattles. So I just changed that. It fits real. Every other stock, I put a mag pull. I put this copy of a
Car 15.
Car 15. They both fit very tight and very nice. The pistol grip is a little bit thicker, but it seems to be a little bit thinner than an AG. Like
It absolutely is.
Yeah.
That was the first thing when I picked it up. I
It
was like, holy
tapers
shit.
off.
I was like, it
Yeah.
feels like,
It feels
Yeah,
closer
feels
to
better.
because
Yeah.
it's still
It
using.
feels on par with a Sistema grip.
yeah, it
It's-
feels better.
It's still using a thick motor. The motor spins in reverse. I think there's not just 3 gears. I think there's 4.
How
It
many gears
splits
are in a
open like a gas blowback or like
Yeah.
a real gun. I don't know
Well,
what we can say.
That's why I said it. When you sent me photos of it the other night, I looked at it briefly and I stopped and I was like, this looks like an MWS receiver.
Yeah, I noticed it as well because I had one a long time ago, and then obviously the CGS is somewhat similar as far as you know.
Yeah, the uppers aren't going to fit.
Yeah,
Because we already tried.
Yeah.
You can't directly drop a Marui MWS receiver, at least the upper on. There's some slight differences. Like if you look at the bottom of an MWS receiver, it's squared off. This one's rounded. The MWS has a weird it's supposed to stop it from wobbling kind of pin in the back. It's like a little tang that comes off the rear pin. This is a perfect square, so you would have to shave that off. Like there's a world where you could potentially put an MWS upper on
on
it.
the Evolt, you're talking
Yeah.
about the there's like a little like
And up front,
underneath
yeah.
the pin that like between the and the front pin between the body and the upper and lower.
Yeah.
There's like 2 little like metal
Nubs. And they're
Nubs.
supposed to stop the uppers from wobbling.
and it does not wobble. It literally is very, very tight.
It's a tight gun.
But like Anthony said, wow, it's tight. The pins come out just like butter. There's no like
It's precise. It's not tight.
Yeah,
it's
but
precise.
This
Okay,
is-
that's different. Okay, we'll use some
This is all externally. What makes it so fucking cool internally?
well, we don't know because with Marui's logic, they went with a proprietary plug, which probably isn't proprietary. It's probably somewhere in the RC world. But why they did the way they did, it's 3 prongs. It's three wires going into the plug. And really, they did that. They did do that on their MP5, and you were able to splice it, whatever. But I know that the Japanese market, the MP5s were getting bricked. Basically, the MOSFET that's in it, the FET system, they call it. Very funny, like the ZET system for their
Yeah.
gas blowback.
Yeah.
We're just breaking from using poor quality lipos or using something that's too high. And my MP5s have been totally fine because I literally, though they are a different plug, I got like the same mAh, the same discharge rate, the same C rating, everything, and they just run fine. So that's the first thing. I'm going to have to source a battery, because to get a battery from Japan or from Hong Kong, where they do have them, would take like 15 to 20 weeks to get it.
Yeah, so let's
15 to 20 weeks.
That's what they said. Yeah.
because it's a lipo battery, so you can't put it on. You can't put it on an airplane.
You
Yeah.
can. What about laptops? They don't ship laptops.
But
Airsoft batteries and RC car batteries are never shipped via air.
yeah.
oh, I don't know about that.
Well, no, I'm telling
They're not
you,
supposed to.
They're not supposed to.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
if you, for example, if you go to order a lipo from e-bike, it immediately tells you this excludes 3-day shipping because it's air. If I order from Titan, it has to come ground shipping. Any airsoft company that ships lipo batteries, they don't use airmail. So they're going to want to throw that on a container ship, send it to the fucking port. Once it gets in the US, it's going UPS ground.
That shit's getting lost in a second.
So why it has the 3 prongs is, I think, one of, like on a standard lipo, there's obviously the positive, negative, and then they have the little charging cable that's like, white, blue, red, and a bunch of that's incorporated into that. And it's into the FET. So it has, I know, 6 sensors at least in it for maintaining how it positions. If you're familiar with, I don't know if Jordan will drop some B-roll pictures. I don't know. That's a lot of editing.
No, I can put pictures up. That's no issue.
It has a split gearbox where the top, you see the top of one of the gears, and it's basically like a Sistema, very similar.
Yeah.
But the cylinder part is obviously different. Like that whole upper, it's not like a PDW where it just can pop out with the charging handle. There's like 2 little screws that you take out. You take out the plate, and then you pull the whole thing out.
Now I think about it. We haven't tried to use Google Lens and just show it the connector and say, "Hey Google, what connector?"
We should.
I found the connector. It's an MR30.
I think I've heard that.
That's what I've been looking up this whole time.
Yeah, I was looking it up too.
So MR30, and then there's definitely going to be some. It's going to be a special lipo. So one of those 3 wires is going to be for monitoring the voltage.
Yep, that's what that does.
Oh, I see that. Yeah. Okay.
I just want to hear the gun shoot.
We all do. That's why we've been trying to figure out the battery.
Yeah, so that's like
It definitely just sounds like an NGRS.
I don't know. It might sound a little better. I don't know.
I was definitely disappointed when I got here and you guys had it, and I was like, "Ooh, what does it sound like?" Everybody's like, "Well, we don't know because of the battery." We're like, "Fuck."
Doesn't matter what it sounds like when you put a Bosch unit on it, brother.
Your coffee and donuts are here. It looks like, from looking at the connector, it's like positive, negative, and then the control wire.
That's exactly what it looks like,
Yeah.
and that's what it shows on the actual.
Would that connector, because one's a signal, right?
For a Bosch unit.
Would that make the Bosch unit exponentially easier to fucking install?
It's not a signal
Oh,
per se. It's not like a signal that's going to get tripped. Like it's constantly monitoring the voltage.
So it would just shoot the Bosch unit constantly.
Potentially, yeah. Yeah, like the moment that it gets power, it's like, oh.
Thank you, Mike.
Thank you, Mike.
Michael!
This is like having an intern.
The hop up and the barrel and the bucking are definitely AEP, because you can see on the description, whatever, the blowout of like
it has like
parts list. It says
diagram.
MP5. It literally says MP5.
So
something.
it's copying the AEP one.
Yes. So and the barrel only goes to like basically the front sight, not the beginning of the front sight. So it's
That's
super
how
short
That's how the MWSs are.
to make sure that doesn't go shooting too hot.
Because again, for edification, every gun in Japan has to fire under 1 joule, so it's like 285 FPS.
I guess everyone would be like, oh, well, what is the special thing about this? Okay, so like obviously the receiver set and the upper are much more dimensionally real to a real one. I know that the barrel nut can fit real stuff very easily,
Which that's what confuses me, because Marui is known for like the AEG spec. Like the threads on every airsoft gun started with Marui. That's why it's like, is this a TM spec receiver in terms of, can I put like a Mad Bull rail or like an EMG rail? Why would they change it now?
I don't know.
Why would they go to real AR threads now?
My understanding is that's what it is. We'll take a look at it when, maybe Anthony does a deep dive. The whole thing is that it actually does a shot on empty. You got to actually manipulate the charging handle, or if the last round brings the bolt back, the fall bolt. It's not like super thin, but it has something. You have to either
It
pull
has
the
the
charging
manual
handle.
arms of a real AR.
So you have to either, I don't know what I can say. So
No, you
pull-
can
pull-
say it, yeah.
You can pull the charging handle or hit the bolt release. And the bolt release is not like a Sistema or the recoil shocks or these other ones where it's like
Just hitting a button.
Just a
flip.
button.
It actually has some mechanical force to it. It's
Yeah.
not close to a gas blowback, but it's pretty good. It's
Yeah.
pretty good for as far as an AG.
Think of the mock bolt stop on like a VFC
G28.
M4 or a SEMA Platinum. We're like, yeah, it's going to expose the hop up and it locks back. It only does that when you have an empty mag in there.
Yeah.
So when you don't have an empty mag in there, it won't lock back. So the mock bolt functions the way a bolt would function.
Yeah.
If this were real life.
Yeah.
And it's very much like the MP5 NGRS, where you have the real manual of arms.
It's dope.
On the MP5 NGRS, if you just put a mag in it, it won't fire until you rack it, which means it's very slappable. It yearns for the slap. This one yearns to be racked. And
It's for the rack.
I hope it's a closed bolt operation where, like, if you have a round in the chamber,
Yeah, I think it is.
just pulling the charging handle back actually chamber a round.
No,
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Okay, so it's like almost.
I don't know. I don't know.
We don't know until we fire it.
until we fire it.
Anthony, figure out how to make it shoot.
If you want real manual of arms, get the new KWA GBRS. That
what
won't
is it?
break.
Oh, I was gonna say the selector switch is definitely
Oh, it's
one
crazy.
solid
They used a drum.
drum.
They used a drum for the selector switch, like
You
they
could
did
see
on
it.
the MP5. Like
Yeah.
they took the MP5
and like they did on the MWS.
and they're just like, let's just like make the M4 nice the way that we made that
Yeah.
MP5 nice.
It's got a nice selector switch. And coming from a Sistema, that means something.
Yeah.
I mean, every other selector switch is like gross.
It is kind of funny. Like when you crack the upper off, you're like, I see where they came from. Like it almost looks like a PTW, but it looks like if you made a PTW with AEG parts, like
Well, the selector switch, I would venture, is very similar. I mean, the PTW uses a spring and a ball bearing, presses down on detents, and for whatever reason, because it's also adjustable, it's such a nice. Oh God,
Yeah.
it's such a nice selector switch.
but if installed improperly, it feels like dog shit.
Oh, it's like grinding. But that one has a nice one. The only thing I don't like is the ambidextrous, but that's just personal preference. I hate ambidextrous guns.
Yeah, I'm not.
Yeah.
bad.
I'm
But-
sure that because it has the plate, like you can't see it obviously because it's flipped around.
You could take that off. And
You
put
could
a
take
cap
that
on
off
it.
and just put a cap on it. I'm actually surprised that wasn't an added little doodad in the little doodads that it has, because it comes
Yeah.
with a 14.5 extender from the front sight block, and then an 11.5, and then you could just put it on the threads itself.
So they gave you the option to do every
Like
common
basically
barrel length,
every common barrel length, which is kind of cool.
but the inner barrel is still only 10 inches.
The gas block, not the gas block. The gas tube actually is not as silvery as like
almost
some
like
of them.
bronze.
It has a bronze, so it looks like it's been fired a couple of times, like that kind of little bit. The magazine is. I wish we could just show the magazine, but I guess we
I can
can't.
put a photo of it on screen.
The magazine has like this feed lip top, but it's not like a feed lip like a gas blowback, and it kind of has some movement to it.
Yeah.
And people were wondering why did they do that, and I think that was for how the nozzle rides. It's meant to, Anthony, you were talking about how the Bren, because of the long nozzle, it does this. They have it on tracks where they showed video of it, and if you look at the when they were explaining why they did what they did,
I think
to
I saw it.
eliminate that problem, they did that.
Well, what I like too is when I looked at the magazine and then I looked into the magazine well to look at where the hop up kind of align, like they fit in each other like a key.
Yeah.
Like, so that the raised portion on the top of the mag is like a rectangle.
Yeah.
And in the bottom of the hop up is a rectangle receiving port. So it's like alignment, beautiful.
Yes.
Should
Yes.
be. We haven't shot it yet.
Yeah, we haven't shot it yet. Yeah.
Should be.
Yeah.
It's very well thought out.
It's like a locking chamber.
It is kind of.
Yeah.
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 The
The buffer tube doesn't come off like a regular AG. It actually threads on.
Yeah.
Like, I'm curious if a real one fits.
If they do, it's going to be commercial spec.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
all right.
I actually like that. System is the same way. You have to use the tool, which I don't own, so I just come in here and use that. But
Don't worry, we have like 3.
I know. But just back from the AEG days where you had to fish that screw
Screwdriver,
all the way down the buffer tube and hope that it's still on the tip of your fucking.
I would say 8 out of 10 airsofters still have to do that.
A
Yeah.
lot of AEGs have thread and buffer tubes, but then you have to deal with, what the hell you're going to do with a spring guide. Like on the 416A5 by VFC, there's like a whole block that like cylindrical block that has to go in the buffer tube to screw into the spring guide so that it doesn't untwist itself and pop out and shoot you in the face and then destroy the gun because you no longer have a mainspring.
Yeah.
I guess the other thing would be like the hop up. How is it accessed? Pull the charging panel back, and there's a little dial.
The
right
inner
there.
barrel and bucking is AEP.
I know we said that, but it's
Yeah.
MP5. It says MP5 on it.
Yeah, the part number itself,
Like says MP5. So
they totally pulled it over.
look,
further.
and the MP5 NGRS stock shoots really accurately. I mean, it goes very far for what it's shooting FPS wise.
Yeah.
And,
Well,
and my favorite gun that I've ever owned is that Marui MP7 that has a fusion engine kit that Anthony made better again. That gun shoots fucking ungodly. It literally shoots
AEP bucking and
in the
barrel.
barrel.
Yeah.
So same thing. So like if we can get longer barrels, great. I forget if
Oh, that might be hard.
that might be very difficult
No, okay.
AEP barrels.
They don't make them
in 14.
readily available. They don't make
Yeah.
them that long.
Yeah.
But
That's the problem.
with this coming out, PDI, Lambda,
there's gonna be a
They're-
couple that are gonna come out.
they're gonna hop
You
on
would
it.
hope.
What's the listed FPS? I mean, obviously it's got to be less
Like
than Joule.
270.
I think it's 280, yeah, something like that. Yeah, it's like the 1 joule or 1.8 or 1.85 or something like that, I believe. But I've seen videos online of guys shooting it, and it obviously you're gonna see like because they're shooting lightweight BBs in Japan, indoors they're doing indoor where it's like at the end, but it's like hitting man-sized target with twos. Like that chest, which is like at 45 meters. Like, and they're like, wow, they're impressed by that. They care about like the really tiny accuracy because a lot of them play indoor. There's, shot placement. And then the whole culture of how they play in Japan, it's usually like you play one life kind of thing. It's survival. That's mostly the games. It's not like us where we get hit and then we go back to respawn and come back.
Yeah.
I think it looks interesting as far as, and then they're obviously coming out with a recoil version where the whole bolt travels. Cause you got KWA, you got ENC is coming out with one or has one out. A lot of full travel type stuff.
So really quick, they're proposed,
Yeah, 200.
but their recoil version, is it just them adding a recoil weight
from what I
to
was just
this, or
No,
is the whole bolt going to reciprocate?
The whole bolt's going to travel. So that's the whole
GBLS?
thing. Yeah.
Yeah, but what if like when TM does it, it actually is good?
and
That's-
it works.
Yes, that might be the thing.
As long,
So
as long as it doesn't sound like it's breaking every time you shoot it.
It's hard. Like even
I get it.
even the NGRS, like just the buffer in the buffer tube.
Well, I don't know because
That
I'm on the
that makes
Marui.
it. You can take an NGRS and just take the weighted buffer out and just shoot it like an AEG.
So I'm
And
on
then you
the-
put that buffer in, it adds so much noise. Even the fake, like the mock bolt EBB function adds so much rattly, like, ching, 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 like you got bells in there,
So I'm on the Marui website and it looks like they're just going to do the weight and the buffer.
That's probably the way to do it.
Yeah, because they're showing off what the weight is.
but it
gonna
is
be.
trapped. But with the game, with what I've seen is that when it empties, the bolt is back on videos.
Maybe they're going to figure out some crazy magic like the Saiga 12. Because remember that on your Saiga 12, the bolt moves. The bolt has nothing to do with the gun feeding.
That's right.
Oh yeah. The bolt is just a giant nozzle, and then the nozzle is moving. Oh yeah, that's very possible.
They
Which is
might figure something out.
which is the correct way to do that.
Yeah.
Which is actually correct, the way to do it. Yeah, and then because the block of the magazine, that might be actually better for that. Actually, yeah. So the bolt face may look
like it's moving, but it's not. Well, it is.
It is.
But the actual nozzle and whatnot probably isn't moving.
So it's kind of interesting. What you should do is, if you're not already, subscribe to Antec Airsoft Studios and his Instagram. You should follow him because maybe we'll do a little breakdown.
And who knows? By the time this comes out, he may have already started posting shit with it.
And,
Yes.
And the YouTube I want to put it on YouTube. I want to be the first English speaking guy to like take it apart. And
I
be
see
like,
you took my advice and started posting YouTube shorts again.
yeah, a little bit, you know.
Yeah.
There you go.
Between you and
Kev.
yeah, Kev occasionally is like, you should post that.
Come on.
And then he'll comment on it. He'll be like I did the whole barrel cleaning thing.
Yep. It popped up in my feed and I'm not subscribed to you.
Really?
Yep.
Wow.
That's how it is. So, I mean, Jordan, you were saying that it's maybe this will break.
Well, yeah. So like I have MWS mags that have less material protruding out of the top.
Yeah.
And I have broken them.
But now this has more, and I don't know. Like, I think it's not. I mean, obviously, I wouldn't want to like throw this on concrete.
That's the only
like,
mag you have right now.
This is the only mag I have.
So the only way to be sure if it's good is if you drop it on the concrete right now.
Yes, you're right. You're
And then
absolutely
the
right.
battery will show up.
Yes, and then the battery.
And then while we wait for the new mag, we'll drop the battery on the concrete.
So here's the thing. So you got the right on top of it. There's the dry fire mode off and on.
How many? What's the capacity?
81.
Oh, that's weird, but okay.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess that's the amount that they had.
Not AMSX compliant.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. I guess that's a problem.
I'm surprised with all of these features, they didn't make it variable where you can set it to 30 rounds.
So I thought that they would do that, but my understanding is they really worked on this. If you could see, we'll see how it moves. That was a major issue with how the hop up or the piston moves and the nozzle and all that. So they tried to eliminate something that I think there's I don't know with PTWs with the higher FPS if the nozzle chops the BBs and stuff like that. I've heard that, right? Doesn't the nozzle chop BBs?
There's a litany of reasons why it would.
Everybody thinks it's a magazine problem, but it's actually not. I mean, magazine spring tension definitely contributes to that because the Sistema was never meant to fire anything above a 2.8. So now that everybody's into the 3.0s, 3.2, 3.6s, you know what I mean? It's more weight on top of that spring. So the feeding is slower than the gun can actually function. That's about half the problem. The other half is just piss poor maintenance. But so I wouldn't say that the nozzles.
So it's not the nozzle like waddling in the hop up.
Oh,
Okay,
definitely
no.
not. Yeah,
okay.
definitely.
When I think of TM, I think of engineers.
Yeah.
I mean, they just whip this shit up, man.
I've been working on it for a while.
They're just like, we're going to
I
invent
said
an
this-
entire new system.
Look, I said this. Look,
They're the only ones that are really good at making new systems.
Yep.
yeah.
Save Sistema, still Japanese. Ares, fuck that. Shima's trying to make remember there's like EBB, like AKs.
Yeah.
Shit.
Bolt tried.
Bolt, shit.
KWA tried.
Their ERG, passable with a lot of work.
Yeah.
Not out of the box gems. I think they're making subtle improvements, but they also took a lot of inspiration from something that already existed. TM is just like
I think they saw what
they sold their soul. This is like Eddie Van Halen coming out with like a guitar solo. This is
Yeah.
the Airsoft
Yeah, I took the
engineering
upper and lower
equivalent
part.
of that.
All right. So
It's like, how does he do it? They must have some prodigy engineers in there. They just come up
like
with
you can
shit.
really get some positive clicks in here. Like
They're so good. They're so good. I would move to Japan and work for TM if they'd have me.
so I'm curious. Like we looked at the gearbox and the shape in between. It literally looks like an MWS lower.
Yeah. When you sent me those photos, my immediate
so
response was that looks like an MWS
The only
receiver.
thing that obviously, if you're familiar with MWS, there's just one bolt, just like a
like a real AR.
real AR. I don't know what
But
I can say. So
it is, but so fun fact, if you buy an MWS, you can't use the screw that goes
yes.
through the
Yes, you
pistol
can,
grip.
no.
You have to reuse the one that TM sent it with because it's slightly smaller.
So there is two screws that go on the side, like each side, and then the pinion goes through.
Yeah, so I think if it started as an MWS receiver, they must have modified it because there's no way for the motor to go through here on an MWS.
Yeah. The buffer tube, I'm curious with sling plates, if it's real ones or Airsoft spec. I would assume that it's
It's going to be real because the Airsoft spec ones only exist for that little tang that comes off the back of the receiver. Because that thread's on, you're going to need to use real ones or gas ones.
magazine release. Are you going to give me that magazine?
I will say, when I was reading through their website there, they do say it. It's the threads on the front of the receiver are in inches and millimeters. Somehow they did a dual pitch.
They did a dual pitch
Wait, where? What?
on the.
On the front end of the receiver where the rail screws on, they're claiming it is a dual pitch receiver that has inches and millimeters. So you can use either Airsoft or real rails. I don't know if that's physically possible, but they're claiming it.
One of them is like,
It is physically possible to do that. However,
However, it usually doesn't work well.
people cross thread it when there's only one thread pitch on there.
yeah, right.
That's why, like Richie said, he's like, it could take a real rail. And I'm like, I don't believe that. Why would TM change it? Apparently they did both.
Okay, for
So,
everybody watching this, a little life hack here, right? When you're threading stuff in, right? I like to go in the reverse direction
So you feel the click.
until I get the click, and then I'm like, and I slowly go in.
I feel
And
like that's common sense.
Yeah.
look, and threads, they have to fit like a good marriage, right? If you have to force the threads on, it's not going to work out. Okay, it's got to be.
You're talking to
smooth.
people that probably aren't married.
You're talking to gooners.
What do you mean? This is for all the gentlemen and ladies that watch the podcast. The podcast, a 3% female viewership. They'd agree.
Is there a 3% female viewership?
I think it's 4.
Wow. Wow.
They're all here to watch you, Rich, and we actually see that number go up whenever we have you on.
Maybe stop with that one.
You're blushing.
Yeah, I'm a little blushing. Yeah, I'm like, yeah.
You see that, ladies?
Because I want to say something really funny, but no, I won't.
Oh no, it's 2.7%.
So
At least
you
in
can
the last
actually
28
you can
days.
actually feel like an actual positive with that. Like I don't know, man. It's like interesting. It's like mechanical. I know that there's 6 sensors in here with the battery. I guess we'll look at the upper actually.
Anthony,
Here, you
just
can
for-
look at that if you want.
Just for your edification, in the last 28 days, it's 2.7%, but in the last year, it's 4.4.
All right, so the charging, like, man, it's hard to like show this off. Like, are you better off?
This is stuff where it'll be better off that I just do some
Yeah,
stuff when we're done.
but like the faux bolt or whatever, it's much thicker than any that you've come across. Like
Jordan said it earlier. It's like the G28 M110 A1 VFC mock bolt. Like it's a thick, chunky mock bolt.
okay. And then obviously you see this like square channel that's for the magazine. So like you really get a positive like feel on it actually. I haven't done that yet. So like that
I'm genuinely convinced that charging handle is going to be an MWS charging handle.
Dude,
So
we should HPA it. Fuck.
yeah.
This is like that dude that won the Sistema and asked Dave if he could put a Polar Star in it.
Oh, that's funny.
We should gel blaster HPA it.
So what's interesting is the pickup, maybe Anthony can show on his end, the pickup, there you go. Oh, there you go. The pickup where
the pickup tooth on the piston?
yes, yeah.
What about it? This looks like an NGRS piston.
That's what it looks
That
like.
doesn't mean it is, but it looks like it. The cylinder looks like it's substantially skinnier, actually. I think this is a proprietary piston.
That would make sense.
Yeah, we have like a skinnier piston, cylinder, piston head.
I wonder if Dave's seeing what I'm seeing.
How does this interact?
Yeah, that's what I asked.
What?
I assume that this is the sector gear.
This is a half rack. So you have this guy that has teeth throughout, so it can be engaged by the step gear or wherever. And then there's a section of the sector gear that has teeth that are the same exact profile as this, but there's just a section removed from it. So that's
Yeah,
going
that's
to
like a
go through
Sistema.
the side of the piston where there's no teeth, because it's a half rack.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So it's like an NGRS. It's like really high torque gear sets, like those like 26-1 gear sets for like AEGs.
I think Dave was seeing it the same way that I was seeing it, where Sistema is just, there's a section of the gear that doesn't have
Yeah,
teeth
that's
at all.
Yeah.
right,
So,
like-
so,
Yeah.
so you're saying that tooth on that all those gears are completely all around. I mean, from what we've seen, just visually right
it's
now.
like any like high torque
Yeah, if you look down in
sector
there,
gear.
You can
So
see
you're
it.
saying, so
He's
you're,
right.
like
There's
SVDs, higher
Interesting.
torque. Yeah. So like
so it's not as like I don't want to say
slap 'em.
revolutionary. It's using some old principles, but now with modern electronics, possibly, and some other tweaks.
they're assimilating features that have existed in AEGs and
Are proven.
MWS and the Sistema and their NGRS, and they're just taking everything that they learned.
I just don't see how this interacts with the teeth on the piston.
These teeth don't.
Okay, so I see the second set that are down there.
What's
Yeah.
gonna happen when we try to
But-
fire it with the upper off?
But like,
Oh, with the upper,
Where-
it just lines up.
here.
Okay.
I've seen
Way back
people do
there?
that.
Yeah.
It just lines up.
okay.
Yeah.
My brain's fixed.
Ah,
I get it now.
the light.
Yeah.
Dave's like, I don't think this brand new gun works.
Well, it was just
we don't know. We
He would
actually
be
have no
correct
idea.
because we don't have a battery.
We don't
for
have a
it.
battery.
He's like,
Yeah.
I pronounced this broken.
Well, in my head, the sector gear was more like here, but when you actually put it on, it is back here. All right.
Which is very much like the NGRS. The NGRS basically, it's like if you compare it to a normal AEG, where if you look at a normal AEG, you have like bevel, step, sector, and then your whole compression set. Well, the NGRS trying to have that recoil system go into the buffer tube, they took that whole top end and like pushed it back. And in doing that, instead of like bevel, step, sector, they kind of moved the sector behind the step gear. So that's kind of how they have it here, which all pushed back. And they probably did that because
For the
well,
geometry.
they have to for several reasons. When they do the recoil version, they'll have to have that feature. They have to have the gears positioned that way for the same reason why they had to do for the NGRS. But then also because we have a skinnier cylinder, it has to be longer so we still get that air volume. So I actually wonder what the maximum air volume is you can get out of these cylinders. Like even if there's 0 ports and it's full stroke, what's that volume ratio going to look like with the longest barrel you can put in here?
Oh, because at one point, so like you're saying, at one point, like let's just, for argument's sake, we have no idea. This is all speculation. An M16 length barrel, let's say 455 millimeter or something, or 600.
That might be too long.
Too long.
The length of the cylinder, I mean, it looks like it's shorter than a normal AEG cylinder, and it definitely has a smaller diameter. So this thing, I don't think
Does it look very similar to the MP5 one?
No, MP5 uses a lot of like AEG spec cylinders.
Okay.
You know, very very similar to a lot of AEG and NGRS spec parts. This is proprietary stuff. I don't know. I wonder. I really am curious what the maximum barrel length is that you can match with this. It's cool. I can't wait to.
I mean, hopefully
take it apart and-
as long as they can get up to like the 14.5, which is what, like 380, right? 380 millimeter about. That's
363.
363. That's good. I mean, look, if you can't go past that without like some kind of bore up kit or some kind of thing, but
I don't
you know,
if
we
you'd
have no
be
idea.
able to do a bore up kit with it.
Or whatever. So, you know what I mean?
You don't need a super long barrel to get crazy range
But
and
that's
accuracy.
what we're
yeah.
saying. Well, there's some people that would want.
Well,
I
it's
wanna get
partially
an
that,
M16,
and it's-
you know, that kind of thing.
It's also like in this case, Richie wants to run that fucking OpSync suppressor on there.
I mean,
There is more length in between the barrel ending and hitting the end of the can than there is barrel length.
yeah, but I think it'd be all right. I think with getting to a 14.5 would be all right.
No, I'm just talking about in the event that you're gonna apply so much hop that you're gonna end up hitting the
Oh.
inside of the can.
I don't see this as the gun that's going to help you push the limits of airsoft gun performance, but it's just a training rifle.
Yeah.
And for the use case of like you want a nice feeling training rifle, you're going to play indoor, which most Japan fields are.
Yeah.
Even their outdoor fields are really short.
Look, my MP5 it shoots really great, and honestly, it's
For
great
Japan,
for
it's great.
I think for here it's fine because we're able to do the full auto for the ops, and even like the 3-round burst is fun, and the gun just shoots accurately. Like, okay, yeah, I'm not shooting, I'm shooting within 50 meters and maybe a little beyond, and getting people. Obviously, it's low FPS, you might not feel it, but like, I have never felt outclassed.
I would want it to shoot more than a Joule though.
Oh yes,
The
yes,
MP5,
yes.
I'm totally okay with that being under
Exactly.
a Joule because
I
it's
want-
like SMG
I
class.
want this to shoot a little bit harder for sure. I think let me give if I can get the upper, I'll show Jordan can show something that he noticed because he's the MWS guy. So if you want to show the bottom receiver, the bottom of the barrel thing, something neat.
I'll take some photos and videos once.
That coffee's hitting Dave.
I'll take some photos and videos once we're done. But the big thing.
I don't know if you want to take you can take the Riz off. It's
Oh, that
that's
part.
Here's the other thing too, which is nice. You could say,
I will say that's so nice. I can hold the receiver like this without my bulk carrier just.
okay, yeah,
it's gonna build bad.
Well, here's
I know.
Well, here's the thing that's cool too.
Did you retain this with that screw?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So
But then if you just take that off, it literally comes. That's the one thing you said. wow, this thing feels really solid, but it's coming apart. Like I don't
Yeah.
have to like manhandle it or whatever. One thing that's cool about this that I think is neat. Hold on.
So what I was going to get at here is that if you own a wait, where are you going?
Over there.
It's over there. What are you trying to grab?
The covers.
Oh, don't worry about it. I could take a photo and show them. With this, the entire front end assembly where the rail attaches is the copy of the MWS, or it's the same one. Because I've always said, and this is common knowledge, if you buy a TM MWS, if you want to put a new rail on it, you have to change the outer barrel. And the reason is because this delta ring's actually not threaded on here. This is just a dummy. Like it's completely not usable besides the fact that it holds the rail in place.
So the delta ring is not the barrel nut.
Correct.
It looked like on that it was. I
can tell you it's
that
not
screw
because I can see
holds
through
the
it. So
delta-
this screw holds the teeth for the delta ring on. You take the screw off, slide it up, and now this just comes off. It slides straight forward.
And then there's some generic nut for the barrel nut. That's
yes,
not
that's how
like,
all the
interesting.
MWSs work. So when Richie
Interesting.
showed me the photo,
I
I was
don't
like,
mind that for airsoft though.
Well,
because
so
delta
there's-
rings and airsoft are always shit because
There's
they're toys.
there's a couple
They're-
problems
They're
here.
never solid like real ones.
when he showed me this, I was like, oh, that's just the MWS. So this may be an MWS outer barrel, which is cool because there's plenty of aftermarket ones, which means you can get a shorter one, you can get a longer one, you can get a one-piece one, you can get a multi-piece one. That's fine. The issue with that is once you take this off the first time, especially on the gas guns, it comes loose all the time.
from the recoil and all
Yeah,
that.
from the recoil. As soon as when I had the Bosch unit on here with this barrel profile, I had to tighten it every day.
Is it
Like
possible?
the screw comes loose,
Yeah.
or the entire handguard becomes wobbly.
So first the screw comes loose, and even if it backs out a little bit, now you have wiggle of the rail, and then eventually the front end just starts to wobble itself to death. And you're like, oh, well, you can just Loctite the screw. You have to take the outer barrel off to take the inner barrel and the hop up out on the MWS, which if this is an MWS profile barrel, I wouldn't be surprised if you have to do that too.
Which that means that there is a right way to do it.
Yeah.
So it's not as simple. Can you just change this handguard for me and put it back?
Correct.
So one
Realistically-
day when somebody comes to my window with their Evolt and says, "Can you just put this back on? I took it
well,
off."
we can
I'm
look
gonna
right
have
now.
to tell
Hold
them
on.
that
we can look right now at the breakdown.
Yeah. So the other thing there too is though, that's a pretty good reason to go to an aftermarket outer barrel, just in my opinion.
It could be as easy as just buying a torque wrench, like the wrenches that have the fucking gauge on it.
Yeah.
Hold on. Here's the.
Let me take a look.
Hold on. There's the and see if it's the same because if it is,
what I want to know is,
how's the gun shoot?
it appears as though the mods you would have to do to an MWS upper are not that nuts. Like it would be very minimal mods to make an MWS upper
Yeah, but
fit
here's
on
the
this.
problem. The MWS upper receivers are like, if you want to buy just the upper, it's anywhere between $200 to $300.
I don't care. I want fixed carry handle
Yeah.
Well, that's $500.
the way Eugene Stoner intended it. Eugene Stoner did it right the
This
first
thing could
time.
shoot like dog shit. Like
It just feels
That is
really
very
good.
possible.
it
That
does
is-
feel good though.
Who
It's got some good
cares?
weight to it. It's
So it doesn't
Wait,
show.
I'd
Based
rather
off
have
of
a
the,
Oh, wait.
dog shit
Look.
gun with the fixed carry
Yeah.
handle than
So I was correct in the Delta ring. This Delta ring has 6 pieces plus the screw.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Here.
So this comes apart like the MWS one, but the outer barrel looks slightly different. So the MWS barrel is not going to fit, but it's attached the exact same way, and it does look like.
We use that brass part.
Yeah, it's a slightly different brass part than what the MWS uses, but you're gonna have to take the front end
Here,
apart to
let's,
get the barrel and hop about.
Let's show
Yeah, pass it
Anthony right there.
Let me adjust my tech reading glasses.
You're gonna have to take the outer barrel off to get the barrel and hop about, unless
Upon deep examination, I concur that it looks like you're going to have to take
Unless you do take this pit. Look,
I mean SEMA figured out how to do it with their CGS.
it's very possible that these bolts come out and maybe the hop up does come out.
Maybe if there's nothing retaining it in there besides the pressure of the chamber holding it in,
Which is very possible.
yeah, it could.
Because if that's the case, that'd be great. That'd be fantastic.
Yeah, that's not how the MWS works, but kind of wish it does, because that out of all the shit I talked about your CGS build, the one thing I will give them credit where credit's due, being able to take the barrel and the hop up out without disassembling the front end is so fucking nice.
But now figuring out the
It's weird because like
I still hate the hop up.
the barrel nut is still part of the delta ring.
It is, but it goes on.
But you
first
have to disassemble the whole delta ring.
to get to the barrel nut.
Like you have to not remove the delta ring assembly. You have to take apart the delta ring
Yep.
assembly to get
Yep.
to the barrel nut. Because the part that you would normally get the wrench on is like literally just an aesthetic retainer.
Yep. That's how all the MWSs come.
But you know what? Why would you even have to change?
Front sight post is based.
Front side I was
honestly-
saying that earlier. I was like, I don't need all these free flow rails, man. Just give me a standard issue.
I'll tell you why. Because literally, this gun, it literally has no wobble. Why would you? Who cares? As long as you can just increase the FPS just slightly,
Again,
I'm
because
fine.
it falls back to the different strokes for different folks. Some airsofter that wants one of these is going to want a URGI rail on it or a Block 2 rail. I would want a Block 2
at
rail.
that point, you just wait for the FPR one, the
yeah.
one that's the recoil one, because that has.
It
my
comes with an
my
M1.
God, I hope that the hop up barrel assembly just slides right out.
Yeah, you see how annoying that is?
I hope it just slides out when I take
I'm
the upper
wondering
half
Because
of the
here's the other
gearbox
fun
out.
part. That mock gas tube does slide into that. So you have to take the front sight post off first.
You know what's funny? You just take
Well,
these
the inner barrel and hop up. There's a chance that I might be able to just slide it out.
There's a chance, but I'm saying if you have to take the front end apart, like you have to take an MWS, you're knocking the front sight post pins out first, taking the front sight post off, then disassembling that delta ring, then taking the outer barrel off, and then pulling out the barrel on the hop up. Because Dave watched me do it to his gun. He's like, you have to do this every time. I'm like, yeah, that's why I make sure it's done right the first time.
I'm about to make 3D printed jigs that help hold the whole front sight post in place so I can punch the pins out without having an aneurysm.
You don't have like an AR-15 block?
No.
They make those. So much like you bought the upper receiver vise on Amazon, I bought a different one on Amazon. That's like you can put the upper or the lower on it and the front triangle front sight post and assemble everything, all the pins and the screws and the detents.
All right.
take these two. You take these
You
two
can
out.
use that whenever you
I'll
need it,
get
as
my
long
P-
as I can use one. Yeah.
I'll get my people to talk to your people.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
We're neighbors.
Even my pin set.
Hey, neighbor, can I borrow your AR
Yeah.
vice block?
The pin set that I use right on the front, it's an AR-15 pin set.
Oh, okay.
The punches, all of them are for specific pins on an AR.
Get out of here.
Yeah, you've never noticed that?
No.
Oh, dude.
I did always think like that's a really nice.
Look, you just give me
Hammer
some
and punch
Allen
set.
keys
It's
right now. We
specific
do
to an
this
AR.
right here. Pop this out. We'll see if it works just right now, live.
Do you want to do that?
Now let's do it in a controlled
Let's
environment.
do
In
it
a controlled environment.
where we've got a mat.
Shit just flies.
Yeah.
everywhere.
Oh no! That my
Also,
$500-600
because this is slowly
gun.
turning into like not so riveting content.
Yeah.
Is it not? I guess not.
Well,
I guess
it
people-
is because if you're a nerd about it, it's cool. But
I guess for others, they're like, all right, this
they're just hearing a lot of
this
clicking
dick-
and us passing back
This
paper
dick
and
is
uppers
this
and
this
lowers.
guy is just showing me his brand new gun, and I don't have it.
Do you know
He's a
who
dick.
hasn't blinked yet since we started talking about this? Tom.
Tom.
No, he blinked once.
Yeah, like if I text him and
He's
said, "Hey,
still-
I've got an
he's
Evolt in front of me,"
He's mid blank.
but here's the thing: it is cool. It is technically speaking revolutionary in the airsoft industry because it's TM taking a crack at something that hasn't been done in a long time. Like Sistema's done it, but this is using AEG parts for the most part.
If they're able to get something where they're really going hard with the electronics, and they're able to, I mean, if you're able to figure out the battery solution, and then if other manufacturers, other third parties are able to make different body parts and internals and stuff like that, and the electronics, and figuring out the electronics, that's a big deal, man. Like,
No, it is, and whoever does it first is going to make a lot of money off of people that want to import these.
If Jeff Tron makes a Leviathan for this, and we can run a brushless motor with it.
and then a thin grip, there you go. Now you're really getting into
It's cool. It's cool.
something. But yeah, that's my new little thing. And then my next thing is the Gingy Levar. I'm gonna get one of those. I know that Anthony says no. You all hate it, but I'm gonna be
I don't
honest
hate
with you.
it.
No friend of mine.
I don't hate it.
But no, you see, the thing is, you don't want the whole Levar where it's like shh, shh. You want the short stroke, and I've literally watched
Richie
a
wants
few
to
people-
jerk off his gun.
Yes. It's gonna be cool, and I'm gonna make uppers that are really weird. I've got a bunch
you don't
of
even
outer
want a
barrels.
slightly above average stroke.
Just this tiny stroke.
No,
That's
he's
it. Just a
really
tiny
used to
stroke.
short strokes.
Just really short strokes.
Yeah, yours is perfect. The
big
full
ones
strokes
hurt.
are.
Yeah.
It's overkill.
It's
overkill.
extra arm work. He doesn't want that.
Oh boy.
He wants it to be as fast as possible.
It's just like really short.
Yeah, he's used to it.
But yeah, pretty cool. We'll see. Well, like I said, follow Anthony. We're gonna
From the day that this thing was announced, you're like, I want to buy one.
Yeah, and I was really not about it, and then I was like, fuck it, I'll do it because I like the MP5. I have 3 of them, and they're fun.
But all this hype about this new gun, and you know what you're not doing with it?
Shooting it?
Bringing it to Texas.
Oh, I can't bring it to Texas. That is true. I can't do.
You can't.
That's right. You finally bought your fucking ticket.
Yeah.
Being an airsoft tech has spoiled me. Like, how long ago was it that this was announced? And now I have one in my hands.
It
Like,
was announced like 6 months ago.
Yeah, but then it came out in July. No, July. December 24th. So like literally Christmas Eve.
when I
they
first got
released
into
the gun.
airsoft, I was like, I would see stuff like this and be like, man, I wish I could just hold one. And now it's like it's here, and I get to just like take it apart.
From nothing that you've done,
Okay,
it's Richie buying it.
Wait, hey, here's the thing.
I know. Well, it's Richie.
Here's the thing. Anthony is going to take apart this gun.
It's been sponsored by
we
Rich.
Fire it. And I'm trusting him to reassemble this. Most people would be like, you don't take apart a Tokyo Marui with the special dust and all this other stuff. So actually, if the gun shoots like shit after he builds it, it could have just been.
It's Anthony.
It's Anthony.
My
He just looked at me. Look, he just looked like.
He got that eye roll.
My dust is specialer. Okay. So what we do is we take it apart. We put all the individual components out on the floor. We cut our hand and we drop our blood on it.
I was going to say, you save all the metal shavings from the next time you engrave a dick on the inside of someone's gearbox, and that gets sprinkled on the inside. So it's dick shavings.
I like that.
I haven't done that in years.
I know. But
When you engrave something in a gearbox shell, if you polish it after, it looks like it came from the treasury.
Yeah.
Like it looks like it came from a U.S. mint.
Anthony's big on polishing shells.
Yeah.
And knobs.
And knobs.
Rich, are you excited to go to Texas with us? Because you're definitely going. You're definitely going to get on that
Richie
plane.
bought his
I
fucking plane
bought
ticket.
my plane ticket. Yes, I
Yeah.
did. All right,
That's it.
I
You're
did.
you're committed.
I am committed.
Did you
No,
bring
he's
all-
not.
Did you bring all your gear today so that Jordan could ship it?
No, you know why? Because he is on vacation next week. So he's going to bring it
Oh,
up
shit.
next week.
Yeah. So I'm actually like off. So like
I might actually go in with you on the shipping thing. I don't know yet.
Yeah?
Yeah, I might. I don't know.
Did you pay for the check bags already?
No, maybe.
Because we paid for the check bags when we booked our flights.
All right.
I don't remember it.
Are we? Are you thinking about bringing some podcast equipment down there?
No, I don't think we're going to do that for this one. It's a lot easier to throw it in a car.
We could. You could fly with it with a check bag.
Yeah, that thing weighs 100 pounds with everything in it.
Yeah, it weighs 100 pounds.
We would have to weigh it. The max checked bag weight without accruing extra fees is 50 pounds. So
We could do an episode down there. We could do it.
I wouldn't do it during the game.
No. We do it Sunday
I was going to say,
after.
Or just do. I like Friday. What if you
Dude,
did?
we've got a pool table, a dart. We could like
Well, I
play
was
it.
gonna
What
say, what
about
if we
what
do-
about did a Friday for very short? We go, hey, this is what it looks like down here. Yeah, we're all hyped up. We're all like rah siskumba, and then maybe we talk to Bo or something like that, and maybe some other people
total
that are down there.
transparency. We
then-
game planned this yesterday and figured we'd
And
ask
then,
you.
and then,
Oh,
and then
okay.
Saturday, and then Sunday, we tell our afterthoughts. You know, in a uncandid, just unvarnished.
So in a much
what
more
we think.
clear-cut way, the way this works, I'll measure that case, see if it accommodates the American Airlines for size, and then we can weigh it and see if it's weight. 4 mics, two cameras, 2 tripods. That's it. Now, we call Bo ahead of time, tell him we're going to do it again, but we're going to do it before the game and we're going to do it after the game. Hey, Bo, can you arrange for us to borrow two tables and like 4 chairs? And we can set up right in the AMS staging area where they have you come do registration, chrono, and the safety brief and all that. We can do it live right there Friday as people are showing up. So they're like, oh my God, the Zulu podcast is back. Like, we're doing it here. Get people's initial impressions. Like, hey, what do you think? Is this going to be a fun game? We can get the mags because he got the AEG ticket, so we can show the mags off. Bo, this is free
Right.
advertising for you. So supply us 4 chairs and 2 tables. And then after the game is done, we can go back to the Airbnb and do it in either the backyard or the pool room. The reason why I say maybe not do it in there is just because of the lighting, and I'm not bringing the lights because those are heavy as fuck.
Cool. What's your plan when Rich doesn't show up?
I'm gonna be able to show up because
you're committed.
Work has died down a little bit. As long as it doesn't snow again.
2 weeks ago, Rich is like, I don't know, man. Work might not slow down.
Rich
I'm
was
working
like,
so much
we were
right
playing
now.
Battlefield, and he was like venting to me. He's
You
like,
don't
people don't
understand.
understand, man. I keep trying to tell them. It's like the way my job's set up and the scheduling and the way, it's like the
But
trash.
then
And it's
I'm
like,
going to throw you under the bus for a second here because it's so funny. He's like, I've worked the last 45 days. I'm a slut for money. Like yesterday, he's like, I don't know.
Yeah.
They might call me in at 6 a.m. and I'm going to call you going, Jordan, I can't do the podcast tomorrow. But then he's booking the flight and he's like, why is this $400?
No, I didn't ask if it was $400. I actually was like, oh, wow, it's actually not that bad. And then I'm like, you know what became available? More Delta flights. At the first, it was American Airlines. And then I just...
whenever I buy Legos, I always buy two.
Yeah.
Oh, my steak is too juicy.
My lobster is my steak is too
gout.
juicy. My steak is too juicy. My lobster is too buttery. That's basically what I'm complaining about.
My gout is flaring up.
You're absolutely right.
If only everyone could understand.
You know what? It's right. Like, well, the thing is, like, when you're working, that obviously, like, everybody's different with work, but like when you're doing like the plowing and you're working straight, no day off.
Oh, yeah.
No day off. Like I have worked since January 4th, and then I was off for Christmas, and that was it.
Wow.
Like, and I've been working since then. But then the 16th was when we started doing mandatory overtime. So you have to do 12 hours at least. But then before that, I was doing some like wacky, like I did like one day that was like 18.
I'm
16.
addicted to the bread.
I'm addicted to the bread. I am.
Addicted to the
Well, this is
bread.
where you make your money during the winter. And then like when the spring happens. See, what I like personally, I've been doing this long enough. I want January all the way up until April. If I can do 3 months of just going crazy, then the rest of the year is totally cool. Like I was why I picked I picked vacation in February, and it just so happens it's the week that like kids are off from school. It's a holiday week, and then I thought, oh man, if it snows, I'll work my vacation. And people are like, why would you work your vacation? That sounds insane. My job, they wouldn't. You get extra money for that. Like there's a whole thing why I do what I do. I'm not doing it to just abuse myself. Like I like looking at my check and going, oh wow, oh man, I can get a new Evolt or a Lev AR and then have Anthony build some ungodly thing and then.
So what you're saying is you're picking yourself up from your bootstraps.
Yes.
Like boomer thing. Like I
You know what? Okay.
And then not following through with commitments to play airsoft with your friends.
I am bad.
So
look, the grommet guys hate this. I know. I'm bad at it. I'm bad. Look.
Well, the other part is that you said it to me yesterday. You just want everything to be arranged, and then you're like, who do I have to pay money to?
You did arrange everything, so it's just super simple. So I'm like, all right.
What is your opinion? I don't know that we've ever gotten your opinion on AMSX.
Oh.
Oh man, I don't know if you were giving me a bit the other night when I was like ready to punch my computer screen.
Wait, me?
Yeah, it's like, Richie, just shut up and buy the plane ticket because you're like, well, you guys aren't using the mags? No, we're all using gas guns. We don't have any mag compatibility. I'm the only one not using a gas gun.
I was busting his balls. I'm
texting Tom. I'm like, please get in the Zulu Discord right now. I need somebody to help me. It's like I'm ready.
I was telling you, like, we're not ready to do. Like, I was being a dick.
I kind of figured you were, and I was just like,
no,
God.
it seems really cool. Like as far as like the mag, as far as like limiting the ammo for that type of game, because usually like. Obviously, that event organizer and a lot of the other ones, you're able to carry as many BBs. It's so weird because there's a part of me that I come from an old school way of thinking. Like I love full auto, just fucking blasting people. Like, and I just was like, all right, you just got to get good. All right, yeah, they're bristling porcupine like throat. Okay, but then. I get the whole semi-auto thing and that changed and everything like that. But the ammo restriction is cool in a magazine capacity. So you gotta reload. I also like that you can use your own BBs because some people like certain BB brands and certain guns work certain ways and all that stuff. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. I mean, it's cool that you're getting the magazines. The price of the ticket isn't obscene.
No,
for what you're doing.
It was $225 for gas gun users, $295 for AG users.
Was it that high?
Yeah, so that meant what is that? 295 minus 225. What is that? $70?
Yeah.
So, and that's
You get
5
five.
mags. And I guess the real question is going to be when there's another AMSX and you already have the mags,
Yeah.
do you still have to pay the 295, or is there
An option.
another discount because you don't need the mags? It should probably be on par with the gas gun.
Yeah,
right?
it would be 225.
Should be.
And
Right.
again, though, that price, like the 225 price, is probably dependent on how much did it cost them to use the AO. Because if they use a cheaper AO,
Sure,
then it could be a cheaper ticket, which then means maybe the AEG mag users may only be 250 and the gas gun users may be 175.
Maybe.
Yeah. Then this is all hypothetical.
What about so here's my only concern is, I guess, once we get the magazines and look at them, there's you know what I should do because I'm shipping my stuff. I was thinking about it when when we look at them at first. I feel like bringing one EPM 1 mag and seeing with what effort could you swap the internals? Like, is it really?
Well, EPM 1 mags to an EPM shell don't work. But EPM mags would. So, like, if you took a normal PTS EPM,
It's not based on the EPM 1. It's based on the EPM magazine.
the shell is the normal EPM.
Okay.
They've stated that it's an EPM 1 short inner.
Okay.
We'd have to take one apart and find out.
Yeah. So that's what
I'm still in the group that they should have Loctited and stripped the screw.
Oh yeah, make it. Yeah, you have to destroy it to.
Yeah.
To do, but then you got to clean it and everything. But
Yeah. Then if you got to clean it or something like that. So I guess the
But if
idea
you're
is
paying about $13 a mag for them when you go to the game, fuck it, make them disposable.
yeah, I guess you're right.
But I guess or you look, you have a problem with your mags, right? And you go, hey, look, I want to keep coming to these games. My mags are like totally toast. Can I like
Buy more.
bring them
Or
to
warranty
you,
them.
warranty them through AMS or through whatever?
Yeah.
And we can use a special bolt or screw or something like that or whatever the hell it is.
Just
and
do
then-
like an exchange.
yeah, an
Yeah.
exchange. And they're like, look, they can use these things again, but like they got to like, go to the manufacturers.
Just keep in mind the map price of an EPM mag is like $22.99.
So you're getting them for less than map.
You're getting
Yeah.
them for half the
And
price.
it's 60 rounds, correct?
Yeah, 60 rounds. Now, to be fair, the ammo capacity is half of what a normal EPM is, but you're paying $13 a mag essentially.
It's really nothing. They're
It's
basically
not that
throwaway anyway.
Yeah, so at that point, treat them as disposable.
Just buy them every game that you go to.
Yeah, Loctite, like from the AMS side, is treat them as a disposable item where you make sure that the screw is Loctited and then you strip that out.
I do like the idea of it. It sounds.
And it will remove all ability for shares.
I'm curious. I mean, I guess for their, because AEGs aren't that accurate, or airsoft guns in general, they went with 60 rounds. I'm curious if they were going to go with 30 at one point. Was there any discussion? Have you ever heard?
We
I
could
didn't-
ask Bo.
I didn't hear any discussion, but then again, I'm not really part of that loop.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I got tipped off when they were here for Eastern Front, but there wasn't any like in-depth.
Would 30 be like very interesting, or is like the 60?
I think 30. So this is part of it too. So like Cass Milsom, they're doing 30 rounders.
Gas is doing 30.
Everybody actually has like 26 round mags.
Well,
Because
no,
of the 4 BBs that
well,
fall
that's what
out.
I was going to say. If you have like the Arcturus or the G&G style mags where the follower comes up and out of the mag, so you feed every last BB, sure, you totally could. But there's also a realm where why don't they just talk to PTS then and see if PTS could change the follower design, because that would make it so you can stick to your deal with PTS and have PTS do it.
And then people might actually like, oh, you know what? I'm going to use these 60 round mags because they actually go right into. They feed right
if
in.
somebody's going to cry over the fact that it only feeds 56 out of the 60 because it's an airsoft gun, this probably isn't the game for you.
Well, it's kind of they have to establish demand first, right?
Yeah.
And so that's what they're doing. This first game is to test the market. I told them straight up, I was like, you're going to lose money on your first one.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
like, what you need is the pathfinders, right? The guys who aren't afraid to go try new things, because airsoft, let's be real, is like really stagnant. And so this is something new.
Yeah.
It's a small step in what I think is the right direction, right?
Yeah.
And so the Trailblazers go out, they play this game, they come back, and then they tell their friends, hey, that was actually a lot of fun. And so that second wave, so you can't really get a good market. They got to run a couple games.
Yeah.
They can't just run one and be like, oh, there's no market for it.
This is kind of what you told Dylan and I with Milsom did.
Yeah, because I've witnessed it.
Yeah, the first one is the try something new. The second one is they tell all their friends, so now they all want to try the new toy.
And the third one is where you really see if people enjoy it or not.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I can see where. And look, I think that 2026, 2027 is going to be the year of gas blowbacks because they're more reliable. They're going to be more readily available.
Which is a wild thing to say now.
Except for
Yes.
as of today, Friday, February 13th, VFC gas guns, life support.
Yeah, I mean, look, that's kind of what it is. But
Sorry, guys.
you know what? But you know what? The TM system, as far as skirmishability for your average airsoft
Superior.
player, they're going to be. They get the function of a reciprocating bolt, manual of arms, things like that.
Well, I've said this time and time again. With the MWS, you buy it for performance.
Yeah.
VFC, you buy it for the absolute realism. People have figured out why that's not a great thing.
The serious absolute realism.
Myanmar.
Yeah, and then the GHK is a happy middle ground where it's going to work decently well and it's going to break sometimes, but it gives you better realism than an MWS. So,
Yeah, I think that's what's going to be. You're going to have more. Because I'm like, I think you were talking about maybe doing some kind of gas Friday night or something.
Yeah,
like
we're
that.
definitely doing that this year.
Yeah, okay, and you're gonna try to do it like in the summertime, like
No, winter only. I'm gonna think winter.
winter. Yeah, it's completely
Just
frozen.
winter.
Yeah,
Does
you're
every
not
Friday
allowed
night have to be gas?
No.
I'm not sure yet. It's got to distinguish itself, right?
Yeah.
So by saying gas gun, that distinguishes itself from a regular night game, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we're still figuring that out, but we're definitely gonna start off with gas.
That's kind of like
I think once a Friday, I think people will be like, oh wow, I can actually use my gas gun.
I think
A gas shotgun, anything that requires like a manual of arms of some kind. I mean, look, if my personal opinion, if
No.
no, I'm just arguing. Hold on, like a recoil system that had
No.
like 30 or 40 rounds,
No.
and
No.
it actually.
no,
No.
we're going pure. We're going
You're gonna go
purist.
pure? Okay.
I'm going
I'm
purist.
I'll give a quick shout out to John from Full Auto because somebody asked the exact same question for his gas gun night. They're like, well, if I have a GBLS and I have the 30 round mags for it, it has the same manual of arms of a gas gun. And they're just like, it's not a gas gun. He's like, but it has a reciprocating bolt. No,
All
it's
right,
not a gas gun.
I don't mean gas gun, but I meant like
I think you're thinking of a Milsim Knight.
or something. Yeah, where like
All right. What about an MWS with that frog kit in it?
Absolutely not.
Nope.
No?
Because for gas blowback only night, in my opinion, I think it should be only powered by the original source. So no HPA, no mag adapters, no bullshit.
My
It has-
Saiga
yeah,
12.
to
This
include
is
your Saiga 12.
BS.
It has
Good thing
to
I have
be,
magazines for that.
Yeah, exactly. It has to be the gas gun because if we're all going to limit ourselves to the shitty platform, we all have to be on the same
Okay,
playing
yeah,
field.
no, I got
What
you.
about shotguns?
Use a
Gas.
fucking shell.
It's gotta be a gas.
Gas shotgun.
Yeah, TM makes an 870 and a KSG.
Does it have to
would
be a
you let-
shell ejecting gas
No.
shotgun?
Doesn't have to be shell ejected.
No, the
Well,
Jag
okay.
Arms
Hey, I have a
clone to
question.
the TM.
I have a question. What about what about guys?
Are you
my
going to
br-
ask about Springers?
I'm going to ask about spring shotguns. What
No,
if I go there
no.
with a
It's a gas gun night.
But what if I bring like an old Marui
What
M3?
about a
M3?
Kythera gas stock?
Absolutely
but
not.
No.
CGS with the CO2. the
Absolutely
gas?
not, because
No.
you're using 120 round mid caps.
What if I manually simulate recoil with each shot and only use 30 round mag?
All right, that's allowed.
No.
And I go, and every time I shoot, I go bang, bang. I'm the boss unit.
No,
No, it's gonna be pure. It's gonna be gas in the mag.
you're just. As
Okay,
bad
what
as
about a
Bill.
revolver?
All right, what about an LMG?
That's fine.
Yeah,
It's a gas
What
revolver.
about an
Alright, does
LMG? If they had like the VFC 240, but they had the HPA adapter for that, is
No
that
HPA.
acceptable?
No
No
HPA
HPA.
adapters. No
You can
HPA
run-
adapters at all.
You can run the VFC gas blowback 249 on mags and on gas.
Yeah.
One does not simply just run the
know.
VFC M240.
I know.
Does it
I
suck?
have worked
Yeah.
on multiple. Yeah, no, I know. You're just as bad as DeLuca because DeLuca was like, oh, you guys are going to do Friday nights and this is last Friday. And I was like, yes. He was like, well, what's that going to be? And I was like, it's going to be fast-paced games, most likely in CQB. And he's like, so we're only doing Milsim days on Saturday? I'm like, what are you fucking retarded? And he's like, well, then why would I play open play? I'm like, you get Milsim days, which is like 3 to 4 hour long game. You get your long duration game. Cool. You get normal open play. That is the consistent product that doesn't change. Friday night, we can try all the spicy shit that we don't normally get to do.
Yeah.
So, all right. No, I know. I'm asking these questions.
you're fine.
I know what the answers are.
I know you're asking for the edification
I
of the
mean,
audience. Anthony's being
But
retarded.
I would personally now
Hear me out.
my personal opinion. I'm
Bolt
going to be honest
guns.
because we did do like a gas gun limited night.
Lev AR.
I would not mind.
I'm going to steal John's reasoning for that. Lev AR is fine as long as he uses the original mags.
Well, the regular 32 rounders.
Yeah.
What if it's micro stroked?
You could jerk it off as fast as you want, sweetheart.
No. Now, if I use my Lev AR with HPA, like I
Absolutely
run
not.
No
I
HPA.
run-
No
Absolutely not.
HPA.
but I run it on CO2.
No, it doesn't matter.
Wait, so no HPA under any condition whatsoever.
Correct.
Because the green
Okay,
gas.
but what if it's a Polar Star F2?
No, see, I
see
would
what-
run.
I see what
No,
he's
no.
talking about
I'm
because
talking about. I'm going to run the line from the gas tank because the gas tank is
It's tiny.
tiny.
Yeah.
And I use green gas, right? And
These
it's
gas
unreliable.
tanks are tiny too.
It's right.
No,
But I'm going to use
we
CO2
have
on the
to go-
side.
we-
A 12
Yeah,
gram.
it has to be pure.
We have to
No.
go pure because we can't leave room for any sort of speculation. So if we allow even one type
Okay.
of
No.
HPA
So
plugged
if I
in
use,
shit,
so can I use my
Man,
my
this
buddy's
fucking field
Tanaka?
sucks. They didn't let me use my
Yeah.
Polar Star
R98.
F2 on
So
gas gun
so I
night.
technically could use my Tanaka ACI. I can use my Tanaka Car 98.
Yeah, it's gas
'Cause
and it's shell
gas.
ejecting. Yeah.
No, it's not shell ejecting. It's just bolt action. So it's got 10 rounds.
Yeah.
Ooh man, that'd be a
Yeah.
vibe. That'd be a vibe. I
All
do
right.
have.
I remember the
They
last
do
time
have-
you used that gun.
I have two Tanaka Car 98s that have actually. You can bleep this. Literally has all the markings on them.
Again,
it's
Tanaka went for
crazy.
realism.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah, they went for a historical piece. With
They
that.
went to a historical piece. All right, but all right. I understand what you do, purist.
Yep.
I don't mind
Lines up
a
with
kid,
the-
a kid coming who's like, I don't have the money for the gas blowback yet.
Come on
but
Saturday.
but I really want
Come
to
on
play
Sunday.
with a higher end.
I drove
individual
5
group.
hours to be here.
I want to drive
Drive 5 hours back.
Right, and he goes, look, I really want to play it at with a group of guys that are like limited on ammo.
Cool, play
Can I
Nelson
use a
Day.
spring shotgun?
6
No.
hours.
No.
No.
Gas gun night is gas gun night. That's what it's there for.
right.
Everything else in the whole world, you can use your fucking.
I drove.
It's called gas
I
gun
drove
night.
6 hours to be
He
here,
can
You
buy-
drove 6
Here,
hours and
wait.
didn't read the rules. Congratulations.
and I'm
you played
handicapped.
yourself.
And I'm handicapped.
Hold up.
And I'm overweight.
Anthony, shut up. Here's the thing.
I keep going.
I work in the airsoft retail industry. The price of a spring shotgun these days is about $60.
Okay.
You know what else is $60?
A pistol?
An Elite Force hater.
Oh, all right.
Or
A pistol?
the
You're
non-
allowing pistols, obviously.
Yeah,
Pistols are totally
it's a
cool.
gas gun.
Okay.
Or the non-blowback Elite Force CO2
What about my
Glocks.
pistol with a mag adapter?
I
Okay,
already
so
said
a
it, no negative.
non-blowback CO2 is
Gas
okay.
gun night.
So a Kythera with the gas stock is like a non-blowback CO2.
Nope. You
What
know
about
why?
my-
Because
what-
you had to modify the system to use it that way. I can go to Walmart right now. Actually, Walmart doesn't do it, but Tractor Supply does. I can go to Tractor Supply and buy the $60 Elite Force non-blowback Glock 19X.
But you don't understand. I have gas guns. I brought like 10 of them, but I just don't want to use them.
Then fuck off. Then, not even politely. Fuck off.
So now at this point, if you do get enough people, there might, with the CGS is how they're like, relatively
Yeah, well,
priced. I
here's-
wonder if you could like rent them out. With some
I
upgrade.
probably would.
what about the
What's
flintlock?
that?
I wouldn't.
What about the
Oh,
flintlock?
okay.
And sure. You know what's discontinued? The flintlock. You
Really?
know why? Yeah, because it was part of that generation of the airsoft industry where they're like, that looks cool, let's make it. And it's not practical at all. And no one fucking buys it. It ends up in a mystery box on every website. Wonder why? Because no one bought it.
You gotta get the mystery boxes right now. There's a chance you'll get one.
Yeah.
I would love that.
So here's the problem with the SEMAs. Actually, here's the problem with renting out gas guns, period. Every person that comes and rents something, even though they sign the liability release that says they're going to treat it like it's their own thing, there's a video online of someone throwing my rental like a fucking spear. So, no, I'm not renting out gas guns. If
Makes
you want
sense.
to talk about a cost-effective one, we can discuss cost-effective ones, and I can sell you one. I am not renting out gas guns.
Makes sense. Oh, I know. I get you. I'm asking these questions because you're going to. You
Oh,
can
you're
use
gonna
this,
get 'em.
You
Yeah.
can use this as a PSA. What gun? What you could be like? I'm bringing my spring shotgun. What about? Okay, how about this? What about if I bring my Maruzen shell ejecting gas shotgun?
Yeah, 100% fair game. I used to own one. Do it.
Okay. All right.
You're gonna have so much fun going to pick up those shells. 'cause
Okay,
that's
at
literally.
night.
What about the 8mm gas blowback M1 Garand?
What is that word you said just before you said M1 Garand?
8mm.
No. Before that,
About
you just said gas power.
Yeah.
what?
Cool. It uses a 10-round or 8-round M block clip.
What about the Tokyo Marui gas electric hybrid
Nope.
Uzi? Uzi. Remember not the
remember
Uzi,
that.
but it's the
It's a Prius.
it's.
It's a hybrid. We're burning dinosaurs over here. We're not
It's still.
you know
it's,
Prius shit.
Yeah. It's you could still set it on fire.
And
No, the answer is no. The answer is
it
no.
also was shell
A hybrid's
injecting.
not
It was
okay?
also
The answer's
shell
fucking
injecting.
no.
A non-blowback pistol's
Hybrids
okay, but a
only
hybrid's
exist to get
not?
around the fucking
No,
packs.
you know why? Because it's going to create so much fucking confusion, and everybody's going to be like, dude, let me get that Mac 11.
want
and
him-
we're
I
like,
What
want-
about the carbon footprint, bro?
Okay, I want everyone in the comments to write the most ridiculous question for them. Can I bring my? Can I bring my? Can I bring my?
Toyota Corolla.
Whatever, something.
Can I bring my Uncle Jesse? He just got out of jail.
And I'm going to default to Dave's response on this. If you have a problem with any of this, just come on Saturday.
Yeah.
No, I get it.
Wait, so does that mean I'm not allowed to use my gas gun on Saturday?
Yes.
Can I
Yes.
use my GHK M4 on Saturday?
Yes. You know why? Because you're too dumb. Like, and this is the okay. So, oh man, Anthony tapped into.
If I spray paint my gun multicam, am I allowed to use it at all?
No,
At Zulu?
Dave Rage.
you have to throw it. You have to throw it in the fucking river because you're retarded,
Oh, Dave Reed.
dude. On Fridays when people are like, "I drove an hour to be here," like that is the worst excuse you could possibly fucking give me. That means that you drove an hour and you didn't read anything. You're retarded.
Well, my dad left me, so and I actually drove 5 hours and I'm overweight.
Yeah, all right. Well, sucks to suck. Go.
Oh my
like fucking.
And I have really bad natural
believe
BO.
that.
Yeah, you have to believe that. I'm gonna believe that.
Did you say natural BO?
I have like really bad natural BO.
Oh, there's a guy at work that's got the bad BO. It's
All right, on the unnatural BO.
I have a
thing,
lazy eye and I can't help it.
Look like 1,000-pound sisters.
Look, I have a lazy eye. Are you
Why
looking?
don't you look at
I
the
hate
camera?
that
You
he
gotta look at
can-
the camera.
I hate that he can do that.
It's so ridiculous.
I have a lazy eye. And I can't help it.
I don't know where to look.
Are you really? I'm surprised I
All
made
right,
it.
so now you
Stop.
know. Hey, now you realize
I can't believe I made it here
when you
alive.
buy a gun from Antec, you're like, why is this gun curving to the left or right? It's because Anthony's got a lazy eye.
It's like-
he's like, wow, it's really accurate.
we just eyeball it to make sure the R-hop
this
straight.
podcast started here, kind of went up here, then we went meh, and now we're unhinged.
Well, look here. So I just did the Storm Riders podcast on Tuesday or Wednesday.
Tuesday.
He is so much better at this than we are. Like fucking so much
You know
better,
why?
dude.
Do you know why?
He keeps everything on track. Like the questions are good. Like he
It's a different style of podcast. Though.
oh man, he's the Sean Ryan of podcast for sure. And I guess we're the unsub, but
Yep.
like
Wait, if he was the Sean Ryan of the podcast and you were the guest, were you capping the whole time?
yeah, sure. Whatever the
Did you
fuck that
spend the
means.
whole time lying?
But that's
Sure.
why, because it's a one-on-one and it's a video interview, so you like have to let him finish speaking.
Yeah,
and he
'cause-
has
Yeah,
to
it's
let you
totally
finish
different.
speaking.
This is
This is
bullshit.
unhinged.
But he's so much. He's like he's actually really good at it.
Oh, he's good at
He's
it.
very good
Because
at it.
again, he's also 250 episodes
Sure.
in.
Oh, they're just about to say like 250 pounds. I was like, what?
No,
No, he's an ultra. He's like an ultra runner, dude. He does like
Yeah.
those 100-mile runs or whatever.
Oh, wow.
But anyway, with that, I think we should wrap this up.
Wait, do we
Rich,
have anything? Do we have any like
No,
normie or anything?
No,
Wait,
we
there's-
also have to have this all packed up in 12 minutes.
Yeah. So, Rich, thank you so much for coming on. We always enjoy hearing your New York City garbage stories. They're amazing. And congratulations on the Evolt. Maybe one day we'll shoot it, and maybe we'll have a better idea of if it's good or not.
If it's good or not, yeah,
Yeah.
follow Antec Airsoft. Is
Yeah.
that what it is?
Sure.
Intech.
Right. Yeah. Whatever.
Link in
Dot
description.
Airsoft.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's
With
in the
that,
description.
good night. God bless. We're out.
Bye bye.
Jesus.
Am I allowed to use my CGS?
Your SEMA gas CGS.
My CGS. I was told that it was a gas gun.
That CGS.
My Kythera with the CGS on it.
You know what? I got in trouble for throwing or for shooting with a rubber band gun, but idiot.